Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What's going? Oh, why am I frozen? Oh, I'm back. What's up, Sherry? Good to see you. I'm the only one here right now, and that's okay. I wanted to get started. I know this is weird. I'm here early, and I don't know why. But, I'm feeling a particular way about things, and I don't. And this stuff has just been. It's going through my head over and over every single day. But I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. I guess, overall, just worn down from everything. This show has been insanely good to me on so many different levels. Am I okay? I'm good, Tim Hayes. I'm doing okay. This show has been so good to me on a variety of levels, and I can't be more thankful enough for such an amazing community. It's truly, like, at times a dream come true. Like, where I am, the people who show up week after week when they see, the go live, when they see the notification. Again, truly an honor. And for those who are here early, those who stop by after the fact, leave comments. Truly, my heart goes out to you. Lovely shares here. Great to see you. Tim Hayes here as well. Thanks, man, for dropping by. Scott DeBloy, aloha. He says, what's going on? The memes of destruction is popping in, as always. Lovely shares. I know how you feel all too well. Yeah, and it feels at times, that really the answer is just F off, what is this? Comments take the stage. Oh, that's so cool. Your comments are going to pop up here on the screen now. Yeah, I know I'm freezing up a bit. I might change my camera just so it's like, it's my camera. I don't know why it's doing it. I'm sorry. The essentially here, let me swap my camera out just because I think it's gonna keep doing that. Ugh. Can we touch up my appearance? No, doesn't work that well. Barf. That looks awful, guys. Doesn't it look awful? Can we move it? That is the worst camera angle I think I've ever seen. It won't freeze though. That's the thing. This one won't freeze. It's fine. All right, if you say so. Hold on. We'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah. So essentially, what it comes down to is I'm fatigued. I'm fatigued, and I don't. And what it comes down to is I think that you just don't have the chops, right? Don't have the chops that a lot of people have, and I applaud so many that are able to do it day after day. Honestly, week after week is tough enough, but day after day, and I wonder constantly like what the end game is for a lot of people, and if it's I just see so many people just angry at everything. They're angry and mad, and I don't even know if they actually enjoy anything. That to me is one of the saddest parts of all of this. Is I see so many people angry every day, and I don't know if they're enjoying something, if they get time. Like it just seems like people are so entrenched online in this game online that that's all they know. They're not doing anything outside of it. Angry about what? I mean, pick it, Tim. Pick it. They're you're mad about an $80 price tag for a video game. They're mad at a $400 Nintendo system. They're mad at a someone. They're mad at the new Marvel show. They're mad at what some political thing. They're angry about me starting early. There's so there like I don't even pray for people, but like sometimes I think like do you need to pray for these people? There's so much anger and angst and like divisiveness out there that I hope whoever's out there, I hope that person when they log off, they smile. Mad at the Pacers not winning? Yeah. See, I don't know anything about the Pacers. Maybe they were good at one point. I don't know. What's up, Jesse? Surprised you're younger than me and are a millennial. Yeah. Like like the TikTok discussions, the amount of people on TikTok arguing over things rather than like creating like something good together, like it's like what an insane, just an absolute insane time that we live in. And I know that like a lot of what I'm doing, it like, TikTok debate or whatever, it's my doing, right? It's me putting myself in a shitty position, but you're shocked people still use Snapchat? I'm not. People want to send wiener pics to each other. It's the best place to do it. I wouldn't know. I just assume since the pictures disappear. What's going on, McCracken? Good to see you. Yeah, just know like I'm showing up and I battle. I'm battling like every day. I'm battling. And like retirement is on the way. Because I can't like you can't even say something nice about something without someone being like, you're fucking wrong, bro. You're wrong. There's gonna be a panel show. I'm monologuing. I never do it, so I figured why the fuck not? That's just it. This is it right here. There's so much like stress and angst like sucking joy away from people. At least how I see it. And I fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate seeing it. I hate seeing it from people who I know are hardworking creators. Can't stand it. And it's just, yeah, like all the joy of this a lot of it is gone for me because like, there's a whole, I just feel like there's a whole side of it that I just, like, there's a whole side of the world that I just was like, I'm like not paying attention to. And that's on me. But if you worry about tomorrow, you won't finish today. Yeah. But it's more of like, yeah, it's true. There is some fun and hopeful things out there. What I need to do, I think the solution is get off of Twitter. I think getting off of Twitter is probably the best possible thing to do. There's just, I can't do the negativity shit. I can't, and it's all over my feed. I have a burner account that I use, and it's just like regular news. Like, it's just regular shit. It's so random. I don't follow anyone, and I don't like anything. I see stuff every now and then, and it's completely different than what I have now. And like, I want to watch things. I don't even want to see. I don't even want to see these reviews from people on something. You know, I want to play Borderlands 4, like start to finish, and I want to enjoy it. I don't give a fuck what the CEO said about the game. If you're a fan, you'll fucking buy it. If not, you won't buy it. I don't care. He's partially right. Is he a dickhead for saying it? Sure. Have people said it in the past? Yep. People have also said about other hobbies, well, if it's not for you, don't buy it. If the price tag's not for you, don't fucking buy it. If you don't think it's not worth it, don't fucking buy it. Just because someone said it doesn't mean you have to be a bitch about it. Straight up. The biggest, worst thing that ever happened to like movies and news was social media. It's all that shit. People have been saying this shit for decades. People have been saying shit like this forever. Prices of consoles have been going out through the roof forever. There's been news about it forever. And guess what? People still bought them, like record selling numbers. All the bitching about Nintendo Switch, all that shit was a fake. Shit's sold out. Can't even get one. You're on a wait list. Just over it. Just over it. I'm over the fight of Twitch versus YouTube versus Rumble versus Trovo versus fucking D Live, whatever the flavor of the week is. I'm just sick of it. None of you give a fuck anyways about it. You're going to go where people pay you the most. The end. Most people will be on YouTube until they get kicked off. And if you say a bunch of stupid shit on your YouTube channel, well, get ready to be nuked, fuckhead. Like, people are surprised because their channel got nuked for saying the most retarded shit ever. Yeah, there's terms of service that people are going to report your dumbass. And then your channel's going to get fucking dunked on. And don't play the victim. Oh my God, I don't know why it happened. I don't know why it happened. It happened because you did something dumb. And I'm not talking about you, Jesse. Your bananas are awesome. That was wrongful. You should be able to do whatever you want with a banana within reason. I'm not talking about you here. But like, I mean, this has been, people have been crying and bitching for years about the fact that they program. If you don't like it, you can get off. Who cares? What's up, Leon? What's going on, man? I say stupid shit. It'll happen someday, and I'll start another one. Right. Just don't be surprised when it fucking happens. don't be surprised when your channel goes bye-bye because you said some stupid stuff. And if you say stupid stuff week after week after week, the more you grow, the more people notice, the more people can report you. That's just what it is. Reporting is anonymous. You don't fucking know about it. What am I crying about today? I'm crying about you and how you never come on this show and all you do is bitch and you just make me feel stupid all the time. I don't know. I'm just ranting, bro. You learned the lesson like 3 times? Jesus. Someone send this man a link. What the fuck, Ellie?
So,
guys?
you want the answer?
To what?
I mean, I have it for all
Check.
that shit that you just went over.
Yeah, watch Mad's new channel.
Okay, that's a great idea. That was I like where your head's at. That's not what I was gonna do. Well, actually, kind of. I was like, bro, what you need is nonsense and silliness, which is why you need to come on Madapap. Pending, like, what we need a new name. That's a whole different story. But, dude, you
Shameless plug. Number 1.
well, no. Actually, I'm legitimate. You need
Yeah.
some fucking silliness in your life. Twitter. I look at Twitter as
I agree.
it's you get what you put in it, right? And whatever you're getting back, it's all play. You know what I mean? I'm not the biggest Deepak Chopra fan. I've liked a couple things he said. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, right? But you can't let it fester inside of you because it's just going to manifest into something else.
Oh, it has. And that's the thing. It's like I've stopped engaging on Twitter, like for the most part. And like my feed is pretty stale. And like, I mean, it just kind of is like trying to egg me on. And then like if I do tweet, there's like no engagement with it. So it's like,
You're for
weird...
you?
What's that?
You're for you?
I don't even know what it's on. Usually.
I mean, the following is typically going to be people that you followed.
Yeah, it's my For You is pretty like.
Oh yeah, mine's completely jacked.
Yeah.
I mean, I know all of it kind of sucks if you look at it too much, but you got to balance it out with some happiness in your life, bro. Just breathe. I think.
Well, the thing is the happiness in my life isn't here. It's not. Well, I'm not saying this show. This show I like. It's not online. It's not the consuming of like retards screaming about the worst.
I don't consume that stuff. I guess. I mean, even when I do, it doesn't. I don't look at it as something like, wow, this affects me personally. Well, this personally affects me.
I will say, Matt, that you are right, and I have started doing that in some capacity through my TikTok account. Like I follow some people on there who aren't tied to any of this. You know, they're film reviewers that have a much different outlook on things. They look at things a little bit more objectively, and they have good commentary about like the new Alien show, like they, even like the new Predator thing. Like there was some more in-depth talking rather than like laughing at or just disparaging all the time. So you're 100% right, and I have done it on off other platforms.
And I was kind of being serious about Matt's new channel because that is all we do is goof around. We watch something or tell a story and goof around and laugh about it. That's it. No politics, no modern day stuff for the most part. We watch bad movies or we come up with, crazy guy from history and laugh at the story.
He exists.
Well, he exists, but we just make fun of crazy guy from history.
Yeah, we talked about a dude last night, James String, who tried to take over the Mormons after Joseph Smith died and became king of Beaver Island. And guess what? It didn't go well, but it was hilarious.
Have you guys ever read, I think it was by the same guy who wrote Into Thin Air. It was called, what is it called? Oh, Under the Banner of Heaven. Have you guys like read that or seen the show?
Nah.
No.
It's about, so the book goes into like some pretty big like Mormon history. I think it's John Krakauer. Is that his name?
Krakauer, yeah.
Yeah.
That's who did Into Thin Air. I don't know who. if that's the other one too.
So if there's like two stories going on. One is Mormon history about like Joseph Smith's origin. What's up, Raiken?
What's up?
Joseph Smith's origin from like the East Coast and him making his way west and
Not
settling
downtown.
in- what?
Making my way downtown. Sorry, go on.
Yes. And then the other part of the story is these two brothers from Salt Lake who murdered their niece and like sister-in-law or whatever.
So it's one of those uplifting tales.
Very uplifting. So yeah, it's crazy, but there's like delves into a lot of crazy history into these guys who are like devout, like Mormons, quote unquote, believing that they're like another prophet or some shit. So I
Oh, that
recommend
happened all the time. When Joseph Smith died, there was so many people there like, I received my tablets just the other day.
Yep. So yeah, it's
I talked to the real God, and the real God said that your God is not real. Mine is, though.
you should have a whole segment on Carrie Smith's show about that. Brahma. That'd be great.
I've been on there, and I was very well behaved, I will say, for myself. I've been
I
on there a
don't
couple
think
times.
Carrie knows anything about Mormonism because most people don't consider it a sect of Christianity.
Well, it'd be
So-
interesting to have someone who was an expert or expert-ish talk to her about that. And like,
That's kind of what we did today with Odin. He kind of gave the history of the papacy and the Catholic Church. So, yeah, we kind of did something like that, but
nice.
I'm sure we will at some point in the future.
I'm probably not the one for that, though. I did have a professor,
Neither am I. So,
refer to LDS as the cult that made it.
Yeah. Or that's Scientology, I think, isn't?
No,
wouldn't it be?
no, Scientology.
That's
hasn't
another
made
one.
it. That hasn't made it. You know what I mean? No one
Yeah.
looks at Scientology.
it's made
as,
money.
As,
It's
well,
made
yeah, of
money,
course.
but it's kind of still in the background, whereas Mormonism is very upfront.
Yeah. That's when people talk about religious sex or whatever, not sex, because they get soaked, but sex, right?
gotcha.
Yeah, LDS would be in that conversation. I know they don't like being called that. They want you to say Latter-day Saints or whatever, but it's LDS anyway. But Scientology, though, the only reason that they got the exemptions was because of they were doing banana shit, dude. They had that Operation Snow White where they sent girls in go-go pants into some European, like trying to get files on themselves. Crazy shit with L. Ron Hubbard. But
Are you reading Jesse in the chat?
I mean, I see that he said, "Look at chat." What am I looking at?
His X account got
Oh,
nuked, so he
okay.
doesn't
I
have
was-
a link.
I was wondering why I couldn't tag him. So how do I send?
So
him
where
that?
do you want us to send the link, Jesse?
well, he put his new
Did he?
yeah, it's
Did he?
TheCommonNerds.
Oh, wait.
What'd you do on X to get nuked?
I wasn't even. I feel bad that I said all that shit and I wasn't even talking about him. The common.
Oh, I think we know who you were talking about.
Oh, I actually don't. I don't keep up with all of the drama. mean,
I don't
do
want to
when I
get
hear
into
it.
the drama of it, but I think I know who you're talking about.
Can we put it in the private chat?
Wait, there's drama going on?
Never.
No.
Male or
Who
female?
would start drama?
Is it a guy or a chick that's gonna really impact how much I care?
I'm putting it in the private chat, man.
You put it in the comment section. No, I'm kidding. Do I know this person?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. But just to be clear, like this has also happened to other people, and they've been like, "We don't get it." So
Yeah.
you get it. You're not stupid.
Oh, that guy. Fuck that guy.
Did you guys see? Like, I wish they would stop making Jurassic Park movies. And they
What?
released another trailer and I just wanted to be like, why? Like, they're showing everything about these dinosaurs, and it's like they're leaving nothing to your imagination about what they might look like. And this is a funny
So-
picture.
So we're going immediately into a negative topic.
Yeah, well, of course. I just like
Wait, what's going on?
No, Shags, your perception of it is all wrong. Like you have to enjoy it because it's so bad. Like that last one, was it Dominion? Whatever the last one was with
The one with the bugs?
Yeah, that shit was so dumb. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Is-
I
Wait,
watched the
that-
extended cut.
Is
What
this
was
supposed to be
the-
part of
I
the
thought
Jurassic
that-
Park?
I thought the last one was with a little girl that was like,
Yeah, she was there too. The clone.
Yeah, and by the end of it, the oversized bugs are the antagonist.
Yeah,
oh, I must have. I mean,
Not
that's
not
how
not
great the movie
dinosaurs, bugs. Is this a toy, or is this a model, or is this a still from the
toy.
movie?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is a toy that they're
because if that's a
selling.
still from the movie, they're in trouble. But
Oh, no. I was
See,
just but this is
again,
what the dinosaur
opposite.
looks
I'm
like.
like, oh my god, is that from the movie? On board.
Yeah, no, that's what the dinosaur looks like. I'm just like,
He looks
what
like
are we doing here?
I don't know if dinosaurs can have Down syndrome. I don't know their genetic makeup, but that one has it,
I get it.
or at least the gene, like Eli Manning, because Eli Manning had the Down syndrome like gene, but never activated. I kept waiting on him to activate in the middle of the game because he gets
I
to
feel
look
so
at him.
bad for that guy because
He's funny.
like
though.
he,
all three of them are funny.
he just missed the talent, right? Like his younger brother, was it the younger? Is he the youngest?
No.
Yeah, Eli's
oh,
the
yeah,
youngest. Cooper's the oldest. Peyton's in the middle.
Yeah, because Cooper was like, I always heard that he was like super talented, but
wide
never.
receiver in college.
But
Yeah.
not a quarterback. Blew out his leg in college, yeah.
But he was still like phenomenal at what he did. And then Peyton,
that's
of course,
Arch
we all
fan.
know him. And then poor Eli, like he had a couple of good, decent years, and one.
And he won Super Bowls.
Poor Eli didn't have, had the least talent. Hall of Famer, yeah, but the least talent. Oh, poor Eli. He just barely had enough talent to make it to the NFL Hall of Fame. What the fuck are we doing? What do you mean?
Squeaked out 2 Super Bowl
Well, yeah,
wins.
in the context of the
Bane
Manning-
of Tom Brady.
in the
Well, I
context of
mean,
the
up until Manning won the last one with the Broncos, which was not a Manning Super Bowl. That was
Fuck
the
no, it
defense
wasn't.
got it.
That was a Von Miller.
Technically, Eli had more Super Bowls than Peyton,
well,
right up until the end.
Peyton only had one.
he you know what?
Up until
I'm sorry, Static. His team beat Brady. He didn't beat Brady.
Of course, absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but I mean, he still was selling it to get in the Hall of Fame.
He was still the QB of the team.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're the only position that has, that we keep up with their
Directly
their
affects.
win-loss. No, that we keep up with a win-loss record. You don't do that for any other position but quarterback and then coach.
True.
Yeah.
No one ever says, "Oh man, this cornerback,
Peyton keeps the records on all the kickers.
yeah, he's not a fan of."
He did. He
Some
did take the
freaking
undefeated
kicker.
season.
Yeah, when what was the kicker's name? Jackanoff? Nope,
Vanderjack.
Vanderjack.
What
That
not-
was close. Yeah. He got drunk and said something stupid.
So Jesse, what did you do to get? Just so you know, first of all, I was not talking about you. I didn't even know you got banned, but it's funny that you. It's not funny. It's funny that it happened because as I was like tagging everyone, I'm like, why can't I tag Jesse in this fucking tweet? And I finally gave up because like I can't find you. So whatever, you'll see. But what happened?
So I'm not entirely sure. We had
a guess?
I got the email and
Is this on purpose?
Is that one better? Is that one better?
Oh, okay.
It's extremely loud, whatever it is.
oh, is it? Okay, my bad.
Sounds like you just ripped from Tank Helium.
Okay, is that still too
There we
loud?
go.
Okay.
I mean, you're
I'm
always
sorry.
too loud, but
That's fair. That's fair. No, sorry. I had my birthday stream Friday. And the only thing I bought myself was this little soundboard for 50% off, and it came with a whole bunch of fun features. No, so I have no idea what happened to my Twitter account. All I got was a thing notification for, it was literally like, I got the email in the middle of my Bible study. It was literally like, all I got was an email saying that I got permanently suspended for harassment and abuse. And they didn't give me no example. They didn't tell me what I did. Nothing. That was it. And so I appealed, and then 24 hours late, well, less than 24 hours later, nope, nothing. We won't do anything. Yeah, nope. We reviewed it again, and no, still. I'm like,
Did you ask what
okay,
they were
well,
reviewing?
no, I was like, you guys won't even tell me what I did. I emailed them back again, and of course, never heard anything back past that. So
I love the permanent suspension. Be like,
Yeah,
when you
that
banned,
stood out.
like what?
Well, and what happened to what happened to nobody got banned anymore, right? What happened? There was no such thing as a permanent, any of that kind of stuff anymore. What the fuck happened to that? Obviously, that all went out the window.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, what the fuck ever. You know what I mean? So I just fucking did it like everybody always used to say back in the day when this shit used to happen all the time. Just fucking make a new one. And I guess that officially makes me a culture warrior. I've lost a YouTube channel and a Twitter account now. I got badges of honor on both sides, right? So whatever.
And all I talk about is politics, and I can't get banned to save my life.
Oh, it's coming, buddy. Don't worry. It's coming.
No shit.
What do you got here, Mama?
We made
Old commercial.
so many jokes about the Mormons last night, and we're good.
Oh yeah, the Mormons aren't a protected class. You can make fun of them as much as you want.
Dude, look at that
Yeah.
forehead. That's a Hall of Fame forehead, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, Peyton had the same gene.
7 head.
Yeah,
Dude.
7 head. Holy shit.
In honor of George Wendt, and since we were talking about the Mannings, I figured I'd bring this one up. Do you guys remember this one?
There you go.
I don't remember the
In the name of the Papa,
Oh, I do.
the Dicka, and the 46 defense, I baptize thee into this Italian beef juice and out as a Bears superfan.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Packers suck!
Packers
yeah,
suck.
but we all did that. Did you see the
That
one
was
where
a good
Eli,
one.
where Eli
great.
went to try out for, was it Penn State? And he's but undercover, so he has this huge nose. What I forgot what he called himself.
Yeah.
And he's other. It's a really good bit. And also on Amazon Prime, they have one where, oh man, Baker, Tampa Bay quarterback, got drafted by Cleveland. He goes undercover during like fan day where the fans get to walk through the Buccaneers facilities and stuff, like on a tour, and he's there undercover and shit. It's pretty good, man. I like that stuff. I like when they get to be silly.
Did you ever watch Cooper Manning's show?
I never knew he's been on camera.
Cooper?
Yeah.
Cooper had a whole show that he would do on Sunday mornings back on, I think it was when Fox was doing during their Sunday morning show. Cooper was freaking hilarious. I mean, there's whole things where Cooper's like interviewing different players, and Cooper's more insane than either of the other two Mannings. Easily.
Man.
He's hilarious.
I gotta be, there's part of me that's like, oh man, if the Cowboys can win only 2 games and then draft fucking Arch.
Yeah.
Arch
Well,
Manning
the
is
Cowboys
truth, man.
always have a chance of only winning 2 games. So.
The fuck they do, bro. Hold on, man. They just went 3 years with 12 wins until and then last year when Dak got hurt or whatever and had a lot of other injury. But
If
this
they
is
know
our
what's
year,
good
though,
for
bro.
them, they'll lose.
No, this is the year that the Cowboys are finally 30 years. Finally going to make it back to the Super Bowl. They're going to lose, but they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. The next year they'll win the Super Bowl. And also, Madden 2026 is going to be the best Madden game we've had. Both of those things are coming true this year. I can feel it.
Already.
Foosball's awesome! Yay!
It is. I don't know why you're saying it like that. It makes me think that
Go
you don't
local
actually like it.
team!
Local team,
Yay!
motherfuckers, Cowboys. No, you're what, Texans?
I don't know. I live on the Gulf Coast. I don't fucking know.
The Houston Texans. It's a team that's right there.
Oh, are they? Is that a thing? I had
it's
no
in
idea.
Houston. Yeah.
I don't pay attention to football either. It's all
Yeah,
good.
no. The only time I ever hear about anything is if the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, and that's only because I'm from Kansas City and I hear about it that way.
Oh, okay. So you
So,
you don't have
that's
like
all
that mud in your veins, third coast.
I don't give 2 fucks
I
about
bet if I say the
football.
name DJ Screw, you have no idea.
Not a fucking clue
Not about the
whatsoever.
screwed up click.
Not to
flip.
mention, I'm way
ESG.
far. I'm way closer to Mexico than fucking
Big
Houston.
Mo.
So, yeah, I've been to Houston.
that's right.
I've
I
worked
know
in
where you're at
Houston,
now.
and
My
that was
bad.
it. Yeah,
That's not
Remember, 'cause
third coast. Third coast.
that's not like hood third coast. No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like we're like chill beach vibe, like conservative hippie fucking third coast.
Yeah,
is what
with
we
all
are.
your fucking homeless people sleeping out of every guy in front of every gas
Oh,
station.
Not anymore. No, hell no. Like
No?
a couple of years ago, we passed an ordinance where people can't lay down on sidewalks or bus little thingy, the bus stops.
No shit.
And so that gave the cops an excuse to round them all up and fucking arrest them and shit. And boy, that got rid of them pretty much fucking overnight. It was wild
man,
how that
because
works.
I was there just three years ago or whatever, and
Yeah.
every gas station, because I think I was trying to find a gas station that was open so I could get a lighter or some shit or a pack
Yeah.
of smokes, but because homeless people outside of everyone. I think there was a dead guy outside of a McDonald's.
Well, and it also depends. It's just like any other city too. It also depends on what section of town you're in too. But yeah, because I know like we used to have a bit of a problem over within my area, and after they think they passed that ordinance like 2 years ago, and when that happened, it like literally changed overnight. Man, it's fucking wild. It's like wow, it's just that simple, San Francisco. It's just that simple, Los Angeles. It's not rocket science. It's really not. So yeah, but yeah. Yeah, it's fucking bloody hot. Where the fuck did Shags go? What the fuck?
So while he's gone,
Yeah.
What?
Go ahead.
What?
Oh, because
Oh.
I just finished season 2 of The Leftovers. How the fuck have I slept on this show? That show is
What's that one about?
phenomenal.
What
It's
show?
like the Leftovers on HBO. It's like the Rapture. It's like
It's a Rapture show.
yeah. If you
Oh.
take Left Behind, but make it good with talented people, both acting and producing, that's what this is. It is phenomenal.
Nice.
It's so good, dude. Loved The
Wow.
Leftovers.
I might have to check
I'm
that
starting
out.
season 3 now.
I'm going to share a Cooper Manning clip, but we'll have to wait for Shags because he's got to make the final call on whether he feels like it's safe to actually play a clip from the show.
Davina, if you have to ask, honey, you can't afford it. Just an FYI. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. So, but she's right there with you. She's right there with you, Mad. She's right there with you.
Yeah,
She's
it's
shared
just
it too.
great, man. The first season, I remember I watched it a while back, within like the past year or whatever. But I remember enjoying it, liking it. But I guess never got to that second season. And then little Chad showed me a clip. I'm like, okay, I'm on board, man. And that was like 2 days ago, and I burnt straight through season 2. Couldn't
You can
stop.
always tell when Mad's got his meds. And I watched through 18 episodes last night.
That's not always true, bro.
That's awesome.
Shags, I've got a clip from the Cooper Manning show, but I don't know if you want a chance. It'll probably get claimed, but you could just cut it out if you want. But
All
let
right,
me
shit.
share
Yeah,
the
this one's
volume
2.5
too.
minutes long.
Oh, we can pause it.
Oh,
The man.
the fuck.
Today,
Minus
Camden
58
and I
minutes.
are going to be having a very relaxing manicure, pedicure.
I pray to God you have something.
Have you guys seen Cam Newton recently?
You're supposed
No.
to wear
He's got like big long dread. Like you almost wouldn't recognize him.
Yeah.
He doesn't look anything like this.
He has
anymore.
some takes. Man, dude, you know who's hilarious? I'm actually going to start following on Twitter's AJ Brown. Like he's really, his reputation for being crazy, actually, he's kind of leaning into him being bananas. Like the other night, he got jumped, pulled a gun. I mean, nobody got arrested because, you know, this is kind of a thing that happens outside of a boxing match. But, and then like he's talking about on Twitter or whatever, he's like, oh, I got CTE. I don't remember shit.
Nice excuse. Nice.
My brain no
excuse.
work good now.
your robe. You're supposed to wear something under here? I got nothing on but a smile.
He's just Eli or Peyton.
Manicures and-
There's no difference between them.
He doesn't have the forehead that they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like an actual helmet would fit him. Like I'm convinced that they both were quarterbacks because the quarterbacks just wear the slightly different helmet, and that's
Yeah,
the only
there's
thing that
nothing
could fit on their heads.
Oh, you think that by necessity, because of their giant foreheads, they were
Yes.
forced into the quarterback position?
Oh,
Exactly.
Did you mean Antonio Brown? by the
Oh
way?
yeah, I'm sorry, Antonio
Okay.
Brown. My
I
fault.
thought
My
that's
fault.
who you meant. So
AJ Brown. Who the fuck is? Oh, that fucking Philly wide receiver. Fuck him.
Weekly. During the season, weekly.
I know what you're
That's
talking about. This
too
is
many
my third
bracelets
one
for a straight man.
today.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, your feet and your hands are the tools of our trade. Kid.
Anybody
We're
here
athletes.
ever got a
Right.
Got it all
you got
figured
a
out.
petty many?
Nope.
Okay, well that makes all of us.
That makes all of us.
Yeah.
You ever have your hands dipped into
Cam,
the
you
wax?
guys are playing really, really well right now.
When I was a kid,
Like a-
that's
like a
only
state
because my
fair thing?
grandma.
It's just a
No, the paraffin dip. But that's because my grandma owned a Aveda concept salon, and I was one of her
Where's
guinea
my
pigs.
cucumber?
So.
Your grandmother was Korean?
No. Actually, I did have a Korean grandmother. Actually, yeah. Actually, it's funny that you say that. I did have a Korean. Yeah, my grandma Foy, my stepdad's mom. My stepdad's mom.
Was she always Korean or just every now and then Korean?
No. She was straight from Korea, like crazy Korea.
Did she cut hair? Or
But
do
no. My
manufacturing?
biological grandma was the one that was a cosmetologist for 30 years. She's the one that had an Aveda concept salon. So I
So
have
when you
done the
say
paraffin
crazy
dip on my
Korea,
hand.
are we talking north or south?
Oh no, it was still South. She was a war bride, but like she was still like I heard the stories from like the siblings, like my aunts and my uncles and shit about like how grandma used to get real mad at grandpa and like she'd jump on his back and like beat the hell out of him on the back of his head and like he'd just like walk out to the house and like go onto his boat and sit on his boat and drink tea and just get the hell away from her. So yeah, she was crazy.
True love.
Hey man, she loved all the grandkids and she fed me like nobody's business. That was the best part about going to Grandma's Foy's house. But yeah, she was fucking crazy.
Outside of the I forgot what specific gate, but outside Fort Hood, right? You leave the base and there's this haircut place, and it's always Korean ladies because and I remember.
Oh yeah, same way at Fort Riley.
I went to one and the lady cuts my hair, right? And then I'm not a confrontational guy. I don't like if I get a bad haircut, I'm just gonna go somewhere else and get it fixed. But she cuts my hair and then she starts like massaging my shoulders and I'm uncomfortable with all this touching. And then out of nowhere, this bitch grabs my head and pops my neck. I jump the fuck up. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She goes, oh. By the way, did not see any certificates hanging about crime.
She was just trying to figure out if you were up for a happy ending.
Bro, I jump up. I'm like, what the fuck? And she goes, tell me not to. I didn't know when I sat down for a haircut, I had to say, hey, please don't break my fucking neck. Anyway, so I tipped her like, the same amount I always do. And left. But man, I don't know if you've ever been surprised by somebody popping your fucking neck, but it's unnerving.
No, I usually pop my own neck, so.
I was young and naive at that point, Sherry. I would never let a woman cut
Yeah, he was just a young enlisted boy in the army, so he didn't know any better at the time.
Mm-mm.
Bland's bottle has moved, and a new Eagle Rare has appeared on the shelf too.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, buddy.
Oh shit! What bourbon talk?
Chat's interested.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm not a bourbon fan, and I'm a little nervous because apparently on my next trip to Dallas, the big Brahma, I was trying to do like patriarchy and Brahma mix. Anyway, so when I'm on the Brahma estate, apparently the dad may be there and he's a big bourbon guy, and I'm gonna ask.
Matt's
for
seen his collection.
Yeah. I feel I'm gonna have to ask for like a mixer. You know what I mean? And I don't want to get kicked off the estate that quickly, so I'm a little nervous about that. But I'm excited about the golf simulator, full 18-hole golf simulator in like a 5,000 square foot like factory, not factory, but like a warehouse
garage.
Yeah. The actual golf simulator. You walk all 18 holes inside.
Why
of
do you
this
keep
facility.
saying simulator? Are you
Because Matt can't talk.
Simulator.
Simulator?
How long have you known Matt?
You're doing that on purpose, right?
Yep.
Or do you not know how to say that word?
So
You should hear him pronounce pasture.
Pastor. You've been to a pastor party? Common nerd? Anybody?
No, I've never been to a pastor party. I'd imagine bad things happen there.
No, bro. People just bring out a trailer. You have like, kegs and shit.
Whoa.
Like a flatbed trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I do have a speech impediment because of the traumatic brain injury.
Because he's got brain damage.
Yeah.
He's literally diagnosed legitimately retarded.
Yes.
Like
what? Okay. Yeah. That's one interpretation.
His people don't use that word.
They're known as special needs.
He's certifiable, though.
I will say that I almost died from something that only apparently happens to the retards. It was embarrassing.
Oh, jeez.
To the
Is
retards?
that what you've tracked the gummy down to?
No, it wasn't a gummy that time. I somehow inhaled like my own saliva. I think I was like it. I almost drowned. I couldn't talk, and the girlfriend could hear me, and I like collapsed. And then she's looking it up, like what happened to me. She's like, "Yeah, that's how retards die." I was like, God, that would have been so embarrassing. Like, how did that die? Oh, like a retard.
The best part is she has my phone number, so she would have been able to call and tell me how it happened.
Here, help me make up a better death.
Yeah, like brain worms.
Yeah, no, that was her bug. That was a real thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, did any of you guys play Doom? The Dark Age?
Yeah, I put in.
No.
No, I just watched people play it.
Oh.
Matt did.
Oh my.
Yep. Did you like Conan?
Oh.
Conan what?
No,
Doom, not Doom.
Doom,
Oh.
Mad, not Dune.
Looks like I'm not the only one with TBI.
No, I think that's one that's like it's really hard to differentiate between
No, it's
Dune
not.
and Doom.
Don't take up for him. He was making fun of me earlier.
Stop making fun of the retard, Shags. It's not nice.
Fire tonight. Oof, that's freezing.
Though.
The one thing I saw about this. Well, there's always like right now. There's always like mixed like commentary on the like player base and is it successful and blah blah blah. The one thing I did see people talking about was the fact that this Doom has like difficulty sliders for a lot. Like you can manipulate like how like the parrying windows and stuff like in game. And I don't know. It seemed like an interesting choice. Like it was like an accessibility change that they had made with this one. But I don't know. It seems like there's an overall positive, reception of this. Doom,
I think 3 million players, something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's what they put out.
Did
there.
you see the new accessibility option in the RoboCop game that they are adding to it?
No.
Auto aim for everybody's dick. You can flip the switch in the RoboCop game to auto aim at dicks now.
That's awesome.
Brahma, did I show you the clip that I found of the RoboCop where like all he does is shoot dicks?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen this? A while back, years ago or whatever, all these directors and shit got together and made their own RoboCop movie or like what their take on it. Yeah, and I have to find it.
All he does is shoot dicks.
Yeah, but like in a cool way though.
That's probably where this feature came from.
no wrong way to shoot dicks. Is that what you're trying to say, Shags?
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
It's got to be a one-shot kill, right? If you turn that on.
I hope.
Well,
so.
only if you get them excited afterwards.
Whoa.
Please bring back Street Smats.
Actually, I do have something to announce. I was gonna announce something coming to the channel last night, but then I realized we haven't even tried to do it yet. But Friday at noon, my man Barber and I we're gonna be doing something on Fridays, starting this Friday. So a little bit of a Street Smarts reunion kind of a thing going on. So excited about that. I have that thing. It is ready to go.
Then presented?
It's presented.
We can probably talk over it like we did the Cooper Manning thing the whole way.
All right, ready?
Yeah, ready.
Oh, it's only a minute 30. Oh my god.
I'm gonna fast forward just a little because we all know what happens here. Wait.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, hold on. That's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Hang on.
Oh my god. What are you playing? What are you trying to do, Mad?
Oh no, it wasn't
just because the
porn.
midweek comes
just the
coming
actual...
over doesn't mean Shags wants his fucking channel nuked. Come
it
on,
wasn't
man.
porn. It was from. It wasn't the right. That was like the real one. I found it though. The real one now, not the real one from the movie. Does that make sense?
The edited cut. Well, the super cut.
This is original footage, like
Sharks.
new footage. Okay, for real this time though. We're good.
I love Street Sharks.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry,
bro.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about the actual clip. Brahma should have reminded me.
I think it's small enough. Nobody.
I don't
noticed.
remember.
I forgot that they actually
Jesus.
being shut off. My bad.
Okay, so
thank God I wasn't sharing
that
so
doesn't
no,
get to
officially-
share anything anymore. Sweet.
Yeah, exactly. No shit. Not
Matt's
without
lost
an
his sharing
intensive
privileges.
review.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This show's ending in a month.
I feel bad because I fucking totally forgot what the fucking clip was. Yeah, that's on me. It wasn't a real one.
That's not wrong.
I don't even think it was circumcised.
Oh, that's okay.
Damn,
then, 'cause
Matt
you
was
can't
looking
see
close.
it. It's got his turtleneck on.
Oh, Mad.
Oh,
That's my
dear
bad.
God in heaven.
In my defense, I've been doing YouTube for years now, and that's the first time I've ever had something. Well, there was one time where we didn't know boobs were in a movie that we were watching on Street Spots, but this is like the first time it's been a dick.
That was at least on your channel.
Yeah.
Hey, here's
no
a question
shit.
for you guys.
Yes.
There was a Superman show. Was it Superman and Lois that just ended recently? Have
Yes.
any of you guys
Yeah, the
watched
CW.
that?
Yeah, the CW one.
I've only
I
seen
watched like
clips
the
from
first.
No. Sorry,
saw-
not that one. Wait, is it that one?
The CW one's the one that just ended.
it. Yeah,
The one that
Superman
everybody
Lois.
thought was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I like that
He
actor.
has two sons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really good.
Yeah.
And then the
So
chick that
I-
plays Lois does a really good job too.
Never.
I got through about 4 or 5 episodes and then couldn't find the rest of the season, so just haven't gotten to watch it.
It's on the CW.
Yeah, the CW's got a free app.
So it is a CW show. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's CW.
It was a spin-off
Yeah, it was like
of
the
the
la-
Supergirl TV show.
Yeah, which was all part of the Arrowverse stuff. So it was literally like it was the last and only good thing CW did at the end, right before they pretty much died.
So it's tied to the Arrowverse, huh? Interesting.
Technically, yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. Yeah, because they had the big merging thing at the end where all the universes merged. They had a big Crisis on Infinite Earths episode crossover event. I used to be really deep into the CW because it used to be really good, and then it got really, really, really
Was it?
crappy towards the end. I really enjoyed it.
I remember
Um,
watching a season of Green Arrow.
First 2 seasons of Green Arrow were really good, and then after
Yeah.
like the second season, it kind of went downhill, in my opinion.
I remember really liking season 1, and then season 2, I was kind of like towards the end, I was like, okay.
I really enjoyed season 2. I thought Deathstroke was a really good villain.
Yeah, he was.
What was
Well, and that's the way
CW
it was
before?
The WB.
WB.
Yep, the WB, and then before that it was like UPN. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, it's been because it
Yes.
then it was United Paramount Network. Yeah.
All
been a
the
few
high
years.
quality productions.
Like
Hey man, there were some good shows back on UPN back in the 90s.
on
like,
WB, they had the Wayans Brothers show.
Hell, they had the Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain,
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Freakazoid. What was the other one? The actual good new black superhero that they came out with. Oh, what was his name? I can't remember. They made a new woke version of his comic that was really, really bad a few years
Oh,
back.
the lightning or something. But now he was at a
it's
BLM.
not Static
riot?
Shock. It's
Static
not-
Shock, yeah.
Yep.
Is it
Yeah, Static Shock is the one. Static Shock was the
Okay.
one I was thinking of. Yeah,
I thought you were
because they had a
talking about,
really good animated. Well, they
It's
had a
good.
really good animated cartoon of his back in the day.
Yeah, it was great. I loved that show.
Yeah.
The new trailer for Superman has made me like the prospect of the movie more. I will say.
Good.
I'm open to that movie. It's like going and seeing it. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't love it though.
Yeah, the trailer is doing its job in my opinion. Like it's hyping, like it's building on what was there, which I think trailers need to do. And so in that respect, okay, cool. I'm still not a fan of his outfit. I think his outfit sucks.
His eye line.
His what?
My only worry with this movie
is too far apart.
Oh my God. I do not want to talk.
Here we go again.
I'm not saying he's a reptilian.
Bro.
I talk this way about actresses. Mad talks this way about actors.
And then Culture tweeted about it the next day. I was like, "You guys are like insane." I was yelling at my fucking phone when I saw that.
Tweeted about which thing?
The eyes being too far apart.
Oh well, yeah. Because
I never noticed it until I saw it popping up on Twitter. But the trailer, man, I came away as like nothing. It didn't grab me. It didn't. I wasn't like, this isn't Superman. They don't know what they're doing. Very indifferent to the trailer, which I don't know. That's just I've never been a Superman fan to begin with. So I don't.
I'm more excited about it now that I'm seeing some of the press coming from the guy who's playing Superman and how much of a geek and nerd he is. Because there were clips all over Twitter today.
I'm just a little worried about
that clip bookmark.
How many characters that they're jamming into one movie that they're trying to introduce.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, how much of a pivotal role are these characters going to be? And are they going to take away from Superman? Because like this is supposed to be the introduction of Superman, the new one. So I want to know more about this Superman. I want to know why I should. I want them to give me a reason
that may be a total of 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like because you have all these characters. Because James Gunn's really good with like an ensemble of characters. So I understand.
And throwing people for a loop in his previews or trailers, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah,
which I argue is good, but everyone else is having a hissy fit. That
are we giving him credit for the trailers?
I don't mind an ensemble of characters. I'm just worried that like it's going to take away from Superman, and we're not going to really get to know Superman in this movie.
But as far as trailers, though,
I think we are.
Most studios hire.
I know he did mention on one of his social medias that he was working on the trailer himself.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's different. But
I think he tends to. So
as far as James Gunn goes, I can't wait to see who is
kind of a control freak.
Like what body snatcher, like who's going to be controlled by an alien, because that's basically the only movie he does for the most part. If you think about it, Slither, Peacemaker series on HBO, which I actually ended up enjoying
Slither
a lot.
Was great, by the way.
Yeah, I love Peacemaker way more.
I thought Peacemaker was better than most people here seem to think about.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily here on the panel, but here in the sphere.
Yeah. I like Peacemaker.
I even sometimes go back and watch the intro.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was another. Oh, he's taken over by this. Suicide Squad. Oh, is taken over by
the Starries.
Yeah, Starro.
Getting everybody.
Yeah, so I'm just excited to see.
Peacemaker. Yeah.
I don't know, Davina. You might like it. Peacemaker had some of those things that were flashed on screen a few minutes ago in it.
You can say it, can't you?
What, dicks?
Dicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say dick.
Yeah.
Wiener.
Penis.
Purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Rubadonga.
Pedro.
Wing wang.
Pedro?
Yeah, I think James Gunn's doing a good job, like from start to finish so far. What we're seeing, like teasing is like what you need to do. Again, I'm fine with misleading trailers. I think that's good. Like when you put things like everyone was all upset with the Thunderbolts trailer about like, oh, it showed what's her face in the elevator scene and she was killed an hour before that, and it's like, who cares? Like
that's different. So I'm fine with that. What I don't like is when they absolutely will add things to or change. Like they had the Hulk
scenes that are not even in the movie.
What does it matter?
Not that, because that just happens. Because again, some of these companies that make trailers, they get footage like, hey, this is the footage that you have to use for your trailer, but they're still editing the movie. So by the time the movie, that final cut, it may not include scenes that were in the trailer. But what I'm talking about is when they did something with the Hulk for Endgame, I think, where they made it look like the Hulk was there, but he was actually in the Iron Man suit.
Yeah, but
Last of Us 2, the trailer on Last of Us 2, when they replaced a character with Joel to make it seem as though Joel had a bigger role in the game. That's dishonest.
No, it's.
I knew you were going to bring up that one.
Well, because, yeah, it's just the most.
I guess
It's a prime example. No,
like,
it's a good example.
Well, yeah, but it's the. What's the fun in knowing everything about it? Like,
but
what
you
isn't
didn't
it
have to
nice to be
include it at
surprised?
all.
Like, oh, that wasn't there. Like, oh, that's so different. Like, that's kind of cool.
No, here's the thing though.
It would make for good hating content or something.
No.
Oh, it got a lot of that.
Yeah, because people felt misled. That's misrepresenting your product.
That's their stupid fault for like taking leaning on every word of that trailer. I don't know.
Every
Obviously,
word.
this
It
is
was a
subjective.
scene in the trailer that wasn't in the game. It was in the game, but it was an entirely different character. It wasn't as if it was a scene from the game that didn't make the cut. It was they replaced a character for the trailer
Did
to
that
make
change
it seem.
your experience of the game?
I
though?
mean, I didn't play the game at all. I really don't care. I'm just having the conversation about
No,
it.
but I'm saying even did it really change the outcome of how you felt about the movie? Would you feel like Endgame would have been better if the Hulk was like?
Well, that's why I moved on to a different example.
It was
because I
it
think
was
The Last of Us
disappointing
is a better example, though. Real quick, because it made people assume that Joel had a bigger role in the game than what he actually had, and it wasn't to keep a surprise from you. It was to mislead people.
But I would actually, Devastator used the right word. I think misdirection is the better word here because it's making you kind of like think one way because like especially for people who don't like for people who played the games and are like, oh wait, that might be off, and then people who haven't played the games, they're expecting something, and then when it doesn't come that way, it's like, oh, I thought this was going to change a little bit, but the story works. It goes back to the original, whatever.
So I think maybe kind of one of the differences of point you guys are going on this one is I think Matt is saying that trailer was intentionally misleading. Whereas I think what you're talking about is when you cut things out of a movie and you put them in different order,
correct?
You can make people think things are going to know. You think it's a completely different thing. You think that's completely
no.
different.
I'm saying I'm agreeing.
You like deleted scenes in trailers that didn't exist.
That's fine too. That doesn't bother me. It's when it is intentionally misleading.
There's essentially there's a line of subverting expectations where it goes too far.
Yeah, a Mario game where after the first world you can only play as Toad.
Yeah, it's like you can't. It's like you're setting up some level of expectations, and like you could subvert those to an extent, but then if you subvert it too much, then you're just kind of ruining the experience for the audience.
And games and movies are different.
Yeah, and I think there's definitely a point where it becomes egregious and it'd be bad, but like in the case of the Thunderbolts, I don't think it was bad because I think it's you have a character standing there and then they're not there, but everyone's like, whoa, wait, oh, she was in the trailer. It's like, well, it kind of, again, it's just making you think one thing, but in actuality, it's something else.
So,
again, I know this is very, very subjective and I understand, Matt, I know that you can hate it and I don't have to like it either, or I can like it. So
I don't even hate it. I'm indifferent. I just enjoy the conversation.
Whatever, fill in whatever word you want. I'm not saying hate. I'm just,
Well, it's also there's so many reshoots done now that who knows whether that was originally how it was shot.
But so like No Way Home is a good example of when it's done correctly for the right reason, right? In the trailer, they cut out all the other Spider-Mans and where they're swinging against all the bad guys, right?
Right.
Just to try to keep that surprise.
Keep the cameo secret.
Everybody knew it was going to happen. But you know what I mean?
Well, everybody here knew.
Well, do you
there are
remember
lots of people that don't pay attention to the internet that had no clue.
I think they had released the trailer in Brazil, but it was like the cut was in the trailer was a little bit too long. And there was like, I think
a frame.
Yeah. There's a frame where one of the characters, the bad guys got kicked and they're like, wait, what? There's like all of a sudden he's flying through the air, and then he like his body like kind of goes backwards, but it was like 1 or 2 frames too long, and they kind of got caught right there. But you're right. That's an example where it really works because
Good subversion.
Subversion. Yeah. But either way, back to the Superman talk. I'm excited to see it. I will be going to the theater to watch it for sure.
I don't know. There hasn't been a superhero trailer that has gotten me excited to see. I think the F1 trailer, I'm like, oh fuck, I want to see this movie.
Oh, is that the Brad Pitt movie?
Brad Pitt one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks cool.
Sinners was I still haven't seen that trailer. I'm like, ooh. That was another trailer recently.
I just saw too that the Odyssey with Nolan's new movie has been entirely shot on IMAX
and 4:3.
Yeah, it has never been shot entirely. There's never been a movie that's been shot entirely on IMAX.
Hopefully, with the new cameras, they're going to be able to actually have, because everybody knows the biggest. Well, I don't know if everybody knows, but one of the biggest criticisms of Nolan movies is his sound mixing, because you're always struggling like to hear the fucking dialogue.
Can't hear words, and then things are blowing out your ears.
Part of the problem is because of the IMAX camera. It's so bulky and it's so loud. It like a PC, right? With the fans to cool down the camera, same thing, right? They started using a new one that's more insulated, that reduces that sound, so they're able to pick up, they don't have to do as much ADR as they normally do.
What's ADR?
Because, so it's voice over afterwards,
dubbed
right?
voices. Like, remember Madam Web, where the villain's mouth never moved?
In every movie. You'll notice it if you hear a character speak, but you can't, but they're not showing.
Like their back is to the camera.
Yeah.
Or
That's
they're off
usually gonna
screen.
be ADR. Sometimes it's because, we need to add a line.
I know. Yeah.
The lines are recorded later.
But I know that they do that. Like, I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. But yeah, so they won't have to do that as much with the new camera. I heard Ryan Coogler talking about it because he went to Nolan for some advice before filming Sinners. And that was one of the things that we're talking about was the new IMAX camera.
Isn't recording in an IMAX, we've converted everything over to widescreen. Isn't IMAX a 4:3 format?
No.
I don't think so.
It's its own format.
You sure?
That's what I heard. I heard that's what I heard too, is the 4:3 thing.
Wait, how is that even possible?
That they would have to basically move in the curtains to frame it because it's all shot in IMAX.
No, that would be the opposite. The reason they do the curtains is because it wasn't filmed in IMAX. It was converted to IMAX, right? It's
okay, maybe I'm backwards.
Yeah, that's because you can tell if you ever go see a movie that was partially filmed in IMAX, you can tell if you're looking for it at least when you're seeing.
Well, like the opening scene of The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, right? IMAX is 1431.
Yeah, I just looked that up. Yep.
Okay, maybe that's where the 4:3 is coming in.
Yeah, well, and it seems like an interesting ploy to like maybe get people back in the theater. And I do think, Nolan's movies, I think, are an experience to see in the theater, like regardless. His recent movies, like his older movies, not quite, but his more recent movies are all like, big ensemble productions. Like you kind of, they benefit.
Tenet was weird.
Yeah, I didn't catch
everything else pretty good. Tenet was weird.
I love Tenet. It's such
on the IMAX thing. If you go to Disney Plus, a lot of the MCU movies you can watch it in the IMAX enhanced. So if you want to see what it would look like watching a IMAX movie or whatever on your TV, you can do that.
Interesting. I might try it out just for hee-haws.
Yeah.
So
just a friendly FYI too, the 1:4:3 ratio for the IMAX, which is what Nolan uses. It is actually a more square aspect ratio, offering a large vertical image and a more immersive experience. So it actually is more square than the normal one.
Get down.
So,
normal being widescreen.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I think Tenet's a great movie. I love movies that like benefit from multiple watches, like watching a movie and then being like, oh well, I never have to watch that movie again because everything I saw is
I would agree if they didn't lampshade everything in Tenet.
What do you mean?
Okay, lampshading mean they know that this mechanism in this world needs explaining, but rather than explaining it, they're like, yeah, we know that's crazy, but don't worry about it. So there's the scene where he asked the lady, like, how does all this work? And she's like, oh, that's too hard to explain. We're moving on. So it's acknowledging that it needs explanation for people to understand how it works, but they don't know. They there's no justification for it.
Well,
so they just
MacGuffins do that all the time. They don't explain it. It's just a thing, you know?
That doesn't make it good.
Yeah, but I mean, it works on so many other things that we just don't bat an eye at. Well, yeah, I'm saying like MacGuffins, like they're not explained. A MacGuffin. They're great because of it.
No, a MacGuffin is something entirely different. A MacGuffin is the driving force behind a movie. The rabbit foot in MI3 was a MacGuffin. It's what drives the story forward. What I'm talking about is, hey, how does all this weird backwards time shit work? And they're like, yeah, it's crazy, right? Moving on.
I'm gonna have to watch it again because they have to explain it in there somewhere.
They do not. I remember this specifically. He asked the question, and she responds with,
Movie night tomorrow. We're all watching Tenet.
Fuck you, no. I'm not sitting through that again just for the moment of, see?
That is, but like, I could, if that is the case, then yes, that is annoying. I just find so many parts of that movie fascinating. Again, just well shot. I really like Robert Pattinson in that movie. He's not someone I genuinely like. Like, I don't search out his movies, but that's one that I think he did a great job.
You're not a fan of the Twilight franchise?
It's difficult to say. I know it's contentious here, but I do not like the Twilight series.
Were you team Jacob?
No.
Him and Shad are always fighting neck and neck as to who's the number one Twilight fan. Shags and Shad.
I watched Mickey 21, 27,
17.
Was that it? 17? I liked it.
Yeah,
17.
It was good. And Robert Pattinson, he's a phenomenal actor. I think he doesn't get near as much credit as he should. I think he's fantastic.
Lampshading, or more informally, lampshading, is the writer's trick of dealing with an element of a story that seems too dubious to take at face value, whether very implausible development or a particularly blatant use of a trope by calling attention to it and simply moving on.
Yeah, see, that I was dead on with my definition of it.
No, yeah, I don't doubt your knowledge.
Whereas a MacGuffin would be more like in Star Wars, where suddenly there's this knife that if you hold it up to the Death Star, you can find exactly where you needed to go.
Yeah, well, no, what I'm saying is they're very similar in what they're doing. Like, because again, like the MacGuffin is, like, I mean, you guys know what it is, but like it's not something that's explained in the same way.
Here's something that was never explained, but gets us to a new point of the movie.
No, that's not a MacGuffin, though.
It is.
No, it doesn't have to be something that's not unexplained. If everybody enters a car race, right? That car race, like they're trying to win the championship or whatever. That's the MacGuffin. That's what's driving the narrative forward. It's the MI3, right? The rabbit's foot. That's what everybody was going after. It was the MacGuffin that everybody was trying to grab, and we know what it was. By the end, it was
but not always. So again, the Pulp Fiction briefcase. We don't know what it is. It's just a thing that we're going after. We need, we need to protect.
Yeah,
like what's in it.
That's entirely different than, how does this work in the world that we're building? Crazy.
Okay, but I did say it was similar in that here's the thing, we need it for something, but we're moving on. We're not quite explaining it thoroughly. Like, that's my point. Is all. Very similar. Sorry.
Cats. You okay, man? Somebody sneaking up on you?
Started scratching something, and I thought it was like someone trying to get into my office. Sorry. Douglas Adams admitted that having created a situation where anything that saved the heroes could be a contrived coincidence, the only possible solution was to point it out and then have them rescued with a non-sensolium space drive that created contrived coincidences.
The probability drive.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's more.
This shouldn't work, but it does.
Ex Machina. No, wait, is that
Yeah,
it? I was
Deus
getting mixed
Ex
up with the movie.
Yeah, the Deus Ex
Ex
Machina, God in the Machine. Yeah, the one that just
Yeah.
fixes the problem.
Like, how did you survive? You know,
I did.
It just happens. It just happens. Moffat's great for those ones during some of the Matt Smith era. How did he survive? It just happened.
they're not always chosen on how they look as far as American actors, but I had to watch Romeo and Juliet, the Leonardo DiCaprio one, because the girlfriend loves that.
Claire Danes.
Basically, any girl in our age range grew up loving that fucking movie. Anyway,
Yes.
the soundtrack, right? What I noticed was, I'm like, oh, okay, so wow, what's his name? The black guy, Felicio? Nope, Felicio. Mercutio. Yeah, not Felicio, you weirdos. Mercutio was the only one, maybe Leo, that when they performed, they knew not just the words, but they knew what was being said and what was actually happening. Most of the actors around them were saying the words.
Yes, I bite my thumb at you, sir.
Yeah, right, but they don't know what's actually happening.
They don't know that biting the thumb is like flipping somebody off back then.
Or just like they're just saying the words and they don't really know what it
The
means.
action behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mercutio, though, he's fucking great and everything.
Real Waiting says, what's better, Fortnite or Helldivers? I mean, you couldn't have picked like two games I could care less about. I guess Helldivers too. I mean,
Helldivers.
Very different games.
Yeah, objective.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Fortnite is like Fortnite is fun, like, but and so is Helldivers, but I just think that Helldivers is, I don't know, it's a game I would just choose like before Fortnite. I'm just kind of sick.
Helldivers is more fun to play with friends, and it shenanigans ensues, whereas like Fortnite, it's a little bit more on the competitive side.
I tried playing Fortnite one time and I couldn't select anyone but a chick. I'm like, well, never playing this again. Helldivers,
What?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, gross. Helldivers 2, though, they just did a huge update or whatever. So I downloaded it again. So I'm gonna check it out because now you're fighting on Super Earth.
Yeah, they're attacking Earth, and you've got civilians, and the Earth, like the Earth Army is there too. So your stray bullets can actually kill a whole bunch of people on Earth while you're trying to kill the bad guys now, instead of just your team.
That's interesting.
Sweet.
I'm just kind of, I
Mad.
don't know. Oh,
Let me
sorry.
know when you want to play, Mad. I was just saying, let me know when you want to play, Mad. That sounds like a blast.
Guarantee you somebody's just going to start nuking all the civilians that they can.
Civilians.
They have a portable one now where you can put it on your back. Under the description, like, we advise for you to drop it and run. But like most people are just jihading themselves now with it.
That's so awesome.
They're actually for the next 12 hours, Dead Island 2 is free on the Epic Game Store. I've actually been playing that, and it's pretty fun. Like apparently they developed the whole like gore and like dismemberment system for that game. So like you can like down, like you'd have a body that's just like laying on the ground and like walk up to it and hit it in the face, and it will like peel the viscera like right off like the face, and it'll reveal the skull and everything behind it. It's really, really cool.
I wonder why you're so anxious, like your whole monologue earlier. I wonder if there was anything we connected to, like you're consuming horrible fucking images and there's
No, that's actually been very cathartic.
has it?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Bro, these fuckers talked me in. They're like, dude, Dead Space, man, you really need to play it the remaster.
Oh, dude, it's
great for the
great.
stream.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? I'm
Matt's
like,
scared to death of anything in any game.
That's not true, bro. So I'm like, all right, cool, right? So before I streamed it, I was like, let me check it. Let me, do the tutorial, learn the controllers or whatever. 5 minutes into playing that game, uninstalled. Fuck that shit. I do not need to hoard. Here's how short it took me to give up on it. I only faced one monster before I was done with the game.
That game is it's
jump
probably in
scares for
top
no
10
fucking
greatest
reason.
games. Like, I mean, the original was really good. It's one of the few remakes that I think has really embodied what the first game was and then added to it. But
I'm not a fan of horror, and
but
I especially hate fucking jump scares that are there just to scare you. Fuck, like why?
I hate jump scares that are there to scare you.
No, just to scare you though. There's no purpose of it other than like, ooh, I bet you, now you're jump because the story isn't scary, right? It says, and I'm not talking specifically Dead Space. What I'm talking about is like horror movies that it's the same story you've already seen, but they want people to be scared, so they jump scare you just to get that reaction. Unlike I like movies where it's the atmosphere that's scary, like that uneasiness to it. You know, that's why I'm a big fan of The Thing. I think is phenomenal. It's my favorite horror movie of all time.
plenty of uneasiness in Dead Space. Yes, there's jump scares, but that game is very unsettling at many points.
Didn't care for it. I don't need to hoard those images in my head. I'm good. I've seen enough horrific stuff in I was about to say I've seen enough horrific things with my own, you know what I mean, in world.
That's fair. Yep. I think I think you're right. It's there's some people I understand why people don't like to play horror games like that. Maybe you more than others. But if you haven't played the Dead Space remake or the original, those in chat, it's worth every penny to buy. Buy it on.
You can get it on EA Play, whatever, the one that comes with Game Pass. It's free there.
Oh, okay. There you go. Easy peasy.
Oh, I love 7. That's a good one too. Yeah, Scott. By the way, did you know 7 takes place in Gotham before Batman?
I saw the video that you're talking about. That they said it was a video or an article or something that someone wrote, but that they're making the argument that it was in
Gotham
City.
City.
I don't remember who they were.
City
did
of Love.
they say who the who it was? Well, I guess the villain was.
No,
John Doe.
it all takes place before Batman,
before
Bruce
Gotham
Wayne's even
becomes
born. Yeah.
Batman Gotham.
It's just showing how Gotham, it's so horrible that's what's leading to it. But yeah,
isn't Gotham an island? How did they get the gigantic field out there where the box scene is?
Well, that didn't take place in Gotham City.
Yeah,
You
they
can leave
drove
the city.
outside the city for that.
Yeah.
If you watch seem like they drove across some bridge or took a ferry.
Well, maybe they didn't show that
whatever.
part, bro.
The Beast says, "Yeah, what's up, man?" He says, "Who told us what to talk about today? Gary, drinker, Quattro pounder." No, I think we're kind of staying away from a lot of that.
If anyone has ever seen me on a live stream, I get directions from no one.
Yeah.
I will derail us into whatever pops into my head.
Yeah, I tried to share a video earlier, and he talked straight through it so that you knew I would take it down.
That's not true. That's not exactly what happened.
That is absolutely what happened.
And then I showed a dick.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Then you showed a couple dicks.
Well, just one.
There were 2 shots.
Well, one was of it, and then the next one was of it exploding from a bullet.
What am I looking at here? I had something pulled up. Damn.
Midweek hump indeed, boys and girls. Midweek hump indeed.
This, I don't know. I just saw this today, but I guess it was out yesterday. The OBS gate.
Yeah, with the Rumble Studios, with Rumble.
Yeah. Cry more, but I mean, I don't know. These are the things that I think I need to just step away from Twitter because I don't give a fuck about this because first of all, it's open source. So you can still stream to Rumble. It's just not officially plugged into Rumble. So this is to me is a non-issue and it's just people looking for the next thing to be upset about.
I have no awareness of what the latest drama is.
The COO, somebody asked, when are we going to get a direct plug-in for Rumble? The COO then responded to OBS.
Oh, okay.
The COO then responded, yeah, that's not happening. It's a whole bunch of racist and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good idea.
Yeah, that was where that was
always
the part
a great
that
idea to
everybody
try to
got
piss
mad.
off piss off half the people using it. So,
Yeah. I don't know.
I think that was more where the controversy.
If you're the COO,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. At what point do we all have to grow a fucking spine and just It's an open source thing. You don't need them to do this, and you can just like.
So is that the controversy, or is it what he said about everybody being racist on
That's
Rumble?
but what I'm saying is, at what point do we have to just grow a spine and be like, oh, this guy can say whatever he wants?
But
if
what's
you're
wrong with
representing
calling
a
those people
company,
out?
you shouldn't be able to do it. The reason I have to stay somewhat anonymous is because my company can fire me for saying something like that about half of the country.
Your dad's not going to fire you.
Right. But I mean, the COO of the company should know to keep his mouth shut on his political opinion in that case.
And it's fine that he didn't.
He could comment under his own account.
I think he did, didn't he?
No, they were replying
It's
on
the
the
one that
official
lists
OBS
him as
forum.
COO of the company.
It looks like it was on the feed or something.
Yeah, because they deleted it. They deleted it pretty quick. Yeah.
I am honestly in favor of people saying whatever dumb things they really believe. So you know who, like, oh, that's what that guy believes? Cool. I'm glad I know that now.
Which is exactly why people are reacting the way they are and saying, then screw you, OBS.
Yep. And there's plenty
You
of
know
other
that
streaming
they're not
software you can
on your
use.
side, so screw them.
I will say, I found the one part of this interesting that, so the comment said, Rumble has not provided anything, and even if they did, they host hateful and racist content, and we want nothing to do with their platform. So what I find interesting about this is that Rumble has not provided anything. Now, if it's true, Rumble's stupid.
Highly doubt that, because I'm pretty sure either Chris or Rick has said about trying to reach out to OBS.
Or Mario.
Honestly, I'm sorry. I don't believe them.
Well, they got it in the EV Mux. They've gotten it in the StreamYard. I mean, why would they reach out to? Why would they reach out to something as small as EV Mux, but not to OBS Studios?
OBS.
Yeah, I mean, they should have. So again, I say if it's true, that seems to be the first red flag. Like, why? Well, first of all, why didn't you reach out, and like try and get hooked into there? But if he's lying about this, then yeah, like that doesn't look.
But he
good.
could have left the answer at that. It was just somebody asking a basic question. Hey, are we ever going to get support for Rumble in OBS? All he had to do was answer the first part. We have had no information from OBS. No controversy then.
Yeah, nobody would have said
zero.
Mm-hmm. Well, the nerds would have, like super nerds that care about, like, come on, man. But there wouldn't
The
be
super nerds know how to connect Rumble to OBS, so they don't give a crap. All of us are able to stream from OBS to Rumble. It's never been an issue for me. It's never been an issue for anybody who looks into it or watches a YouTube video on, hey, how do I connect this? Boom, easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this was an unnecessary shot to their own foot.
Well, was it? Well, yeah, I guess, because even people that aren't rumblers, I don't know what y'all call yourselves, Raikkonen.
Yeah, they usually go by rumblers.
Really? I was trying to come up with the dumbest one I could think of off like
Rumbleoids.
I don't consider myself like a rumbler, but I'm pretty sure I've heard other people use rumbler.
It's so close to.
Aren't you Rumble exclusive?
Yeah, but I don't.
But
call
you're not a
myself
Rumbler.
No,
I don't call myself a rumbler.
But you're rumble-ish.
Yeah, no, I just do rumble.
You're a
Rumble adjacent, Rumbler adjacent.
Anyway, well, my point was because it once he added on the last bit, it goes beyond just a Rumble thing, because now it's just a dude accusing an entire platform of being racist and all the other isms, right? Like it's
especially when you know that Rumble is primarily political. That's the accusation at Rumble. So you're accusing a very specific set of, people that do stream.
But at what point do you shrug off the bullshit and just like not make this a?
I can shrug it off just fine. I can also not use their services. I can also say that he should have kept his freaking mouth shut if he wanted to keep people using his services.
The other thing about it is like when people representing major corporations say dumb stuff like this, it should be amplified. People should talk about it because you want to know where your money's going. You want to know where your time's going. You want to know where all that stuff's going. And so it's like, yeah, they should be called out. Yeah, guess what? Your words do have consequences. And if you say something stupid, people are going to call you out for it. Because guess what? We're going to put up with the nonsense.
I don't think that's what Shags is going at. And I can't address it. It's not about the controversy. It's about why people are making it an issue, and rather than just like, it's another guy saying another thing, you say whatever. I think Shags, for me, I thought you were frozen again. That's why I was saying your name. Like a life check, like a mirror underneath your nose.
Well, with the glasses on, we can't see if his eyes move at all, so it's harder.
So for me, at least, I can have conversations about all these different topics that you see people blowing up. Pronouns. This is great. We all love them. It was whatever. Anyway, but like I can talk about all those things without it being personal to me, rather than taking it personally, right? And right. I think that's what you mean, because I don't want you to mix up like loop in people like me and Brahma and whatever. We can talk about those things, but we're not taking it personal.
At the end of the day, most of it we don't care.
No, yeah. Like when this stream is over, I'm not going to be like fucking OBS and that mother. You know what I mean? I'm never going to think about it again after this. But I still enjoy having conversations about those type of things, right?
But even I might cancel my Streamlabs OBS, account. I don't need to pay them money.
I don't know. Are they the same?
Well, Streamlabs.
That's the thing. I don't know. OBS is in so many different places. There's OBS Studio. There's Streamlabs OBS. So they're all basically the same program.
It's open source. So Streamlabs OBS was I forget what it was before. It was a separate program before, and then it's a separate project from the OBS project, which is an open source program that people develop for. So they're not a major corporation. There's a lot of people who independently work together on this, and like there's people who make plugins for it to make all this stuff possible.
Right.
But so Streamlabs OBS is different. I'm sure they have something to do with it, but I don't know exactly.
Well, it's because they took OBS's system and they built theirs on top of it. It's the same thing with Streamlabs. It's the same thing with Stream Elements. There's actually several different. There's one of the software we used to use at my church to broadcast with was actually nothing more than something that was literally built on top of OBS. That's all most of that stuff is.
Right. OBS is open source. Anybody can use, just like what happened with Twitter, right? Whatever his name is, Jack Polican.
Dorsey.
That's the
Dorsey.
One. Yeah. Like Blue Sky. The reason why it's so like Twitter is because it's open source. Anybody can try to build their own social media thing, using.
You can always tell that Mad pays just enough attention because it's like, I can remember one of the names. It'll be the first name or the last name, but it'll never be both of the names. I don't pay close enough attention to have all the detail. Just enough to know.
No, see, you make it sound bad, but what it actually shows is commitment and like at least looking into it a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. You always stay plugged in just enough to know at least one of the names.
Yeah, I look at most of these as just starters, just something to start a conversation, and then, it'll go into wherever we take it or whatever. So I don't need to know Jack Dorsey's full name or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just, you know what? Maybe personally with this kind of stuff, I think I'm just fatigued by the fucking yelling at things.
You're very old man on the porch.
Most of the people who are like in this thread talking about like, they're
essentially just starting drama from just like very little that probably some random person said on a forum that just probably got found. Like,
but it's not a random person; it's the COO of the company. I mean.
No. I'm saying
if it was just random programmer, that's one thing.
What I'm wondering is like who asked the question. Obviously the COO made the response, but it's like, how long ago was this? And was this like a thing back in like a couple years ago, and it just now
I don't think
getting
that's
noticed.
what Shags is
I
kind of
don't
going
think so
for.
because it immediately got deleted. So
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Shags is wanting to talk about
no, Shags
the
is tired of
controversy.
cancel culture
It's people.
all around.
No,
What?
it's not at all.
Yes,
Hold on.
that's part of it.
Well, no, what Shags is trying to correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like people reacting to the controversy and how they're consuming it and then reacting to it rather than the actual controversy itself.
Well,
everybody's just bandwagoning off of this controversy.
Yeah, and it kind of goes to what I was saying in like my monologue is like most of these people in these comments aren't going to do shit about it. They're going to keep using the software because it works really well, and they know that it works well, and they don't like the people who really are going to like change things. They're not posting on here. They're just going to go, okay, I'm going to not use that anymore. I'm going to go to Meld. Yeah. I'm going to go to Streamlabs OBS, or
they could also do both.
Whatever. And that's the end of it. Like I don't know, like. And I'll say the same thing.
But at the same time, we brought it up as a topic, which draws more attention to it.
Well, Nerdotic told us to, or it was Critical Drinker. I forgot who told us.
It was Elon.
Yeah. I forget which one of my favorite streamers.
It was a direct order from Elon.
It was a reference to a comment earlier that we read.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. I get all of my.
That was the Beast comment.
He's still a big fan of my. Which one of your favorite YouTube influencers told you to be mad at that? I'm gonna make that shirt one day. For example, Adobe is jacking up prices for AI. People are probably going to sue.
Yeah, I have access to it through somebody who has access to it from their work.
Wait, here's the thing. I agree with you, Shex. I think this is kind of just like this whole situation is kind of overblown, especially because it's just a free software that you don't have to pay for, and it's not like they can stop you from really using it.
Yeah.
If it was like something where it's like either they cut you off from being able to use it because you're streaming to Rumble, or they did anything to where like because you're paying for it or something, but you're not. So it's like it's really not something I care about that much.
Yeah, like I mean, especially with how Rumble has their
Rumble Studio.
Their studio hooked up now. Like you just have the RTMP like plugin on OBS and you just stream right through it. Like this is a non-issue. Like yes, it's an issue as far as like my free speech or
but they're not even stopping you or free speech because you're still able to use the platform.
Right.
If it was like I said, if it was something where like I can't use OBS anymore because they're not allowing me to plug into Rumble at all. If for some reason they were able to figure out a way to like, oh, we know this custom RTMP is from Rumble, we're going to just not allow that to connect.
Yeah. And
then,
the day
to me, that would be a controversy.
Yeah. And the day that they do that, I'm on board. That's wrong. It shouldn't be shutting speech down. But some fat asshole talking about like, oh, they're full of racist to people. They say, shut up. Like, there's plenty of people who use your software who are doing the same shit. You're not speaking up against them. Like Rumble just doesn't filter the way. I mean, they still do in a way.
I do get the like. There is like some controversy in the fact that it's like, okay, it racist people. We don't want to work with Rumble because it's racist people, but they do work hand in hand with Twitch. Twitch gives them a bunch of money, and we all know the controversies with people on Twitch.
People though.
Twitch,
people on Twitch are racist against the people allowed to be.
Yeah,
exactly.
They don't have a problem with the racism of Hassan, but they've got a problem with the supposed racism of everybody on the right.
Yeah,
and that's kind of where I get fed up with statements like that being made.
Yeah, that's like if there wasn't that controversy going on Twitch, or the fact that they also allow OnlyFans streamers to use their stuff and have like an easy connect with that. That's under like, then this would be kind of a non-issue, but because like you have all those things that they're okay with, it's like that's why this is such a big issue.
Yeah, no,
I also think Shags, what the reason why people are respond to these kind of things the way they do is because innately I think we have this desire to fight, to rebel, and especially against what we see as injustice. That's why I always use this guy he did a video about Starbucks taking Christmas off the cup or whatever, even though inside of Starbucks they sell Christmas albums, just they have whole stacks of them, right? Anyway, he's like, they're coming after Christmas and Jesus, and like, how good is your life, bro? Like, this is your thing that you're raging against. Like, man,
where are people that are
got some
addicted to
good shit
drama
going on in your life? Like,
Manufactured outrage.
This is your fight, right?
Yeah.
But but again, I don't even hold it against them, because I do think that is a part of us that we want to fight, and when we don't actually have that, we'll start looking for it, and then that's when you start going into like the hoax, like the racist hoax, like, oh, I found this noose hanging from my garage door. No, bro, that's just the closet. Bubba, or whoever that may be,
Bubba
this
Watts.
hypothetical
not
person I'm
Watson.
talking about.
Wallace.
Now, I like Lumpy, and he's a good content creator, but I get it. He's controversial. He's controversial to a lot of people. A Lumpy Potato. He's the guy who originally kind of got this rolling. That part up. But it does feel a little manufactured when he's now the next day pushing Meld, and they were I think in his post that he's using Meld, then the people from Meld made a comment on that tweet. So it's like, it does feel a little like manufactured in that sense.
I've messed around with Meld. It's okay. It has a long way to go. The problem with something like Meld is like, it doesn't. OBS is an open source thing. Meld, from what I understand, is not. It is free to use, but they do make things very easy on Meld that OBS is like that is very complicated. Makes things very complicated. But they, like I said, they have a long way to go, and their software is a bit buggy at times. It's there's always going to be an alternative, and this is again another great part of like the free market is that you have a product that is really good, but they kind of mess up. Well, this is the part where your competition can rise up and take over, make a better product, maybe. Like I said, Meld has a long way to go, and they have a lot of marketing that they need to do. This is a good opportunity for them, to do some decent marketing. Think, hey, we got that native, in our software right now. They didn't when I was using it, but good on them if they can capitalize on that now. But they have ways to go, and I think I like Lumpy too. Like to an extent, I think he shills so hard for.
Oh, for sure. That's why I'm saying. That's why I kind of pointed out. There's like, I like Lumpy, but he does do a little bit of shilling, and that's why I'm like wondering. It's like, did he already talk to Meld beforehand, and then this just kind of like
probably,
and then he just kind of manufactured this to kind of get attention.
Davina, you're not wrong. A lot of times Windows updates and OBS, like they really fight each other.
Like today, literally my OBS was not wanting to work today. My bit rate, like I had it set at one thing and it kept spiking up and down and like encoding overload, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Had to cut the stream, update my graphic drivers to see if that helped, and then everything was working fine. But I was like, that was weird, especially after like the whole controversy. But I was like, coincidences.
Can you highlight the Beast 808? By the way, I like 808.
Apparently, all the YouTubers have their strings pulled by bigger creators to push istophobe propaganda.
So I have a few questions.
It's true.
I would. It is true. Because
the Beast is being sarcastic.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Guy who was joking earlier.
Is he bullshitting here?
Because he's being sarcastic.
Because I don't know.
If we
you've ever
download
been on
our
Twitter.
updates from Gary earlier,
Yeah, but
I get mine directly from Alex Jones. Like Gary's not crazy enough for me, so
I have to ask because I'm not very familiar with the Beast 808, so I don't know how to take it.
People.
It's on Twitter. You're like, dude, this is such a great troll. And they're like, no, I mean it. Like, oh, you're crazy.
The Beast is a good dude.
Yeah, he's here every week.
He's good people. Yeah,
you would know if you were here every week. Oh,
wow.
Hey, even I'm not here every week, so it's all right.
Wow. I guess being blown up for your country wasn't enough for you, huh?
True.
Oh man. integrating multiple
Nah, you
platforms.
gotta do at least 2
and
more times.
Osprey did it. Wait, what?
Talking
So other YouTubers complain about StreamYard and the other hosted services. It's about their control.
I have no issue with
Out of their
StreamYard.
control.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know.
Well, most people's complaint with StreamYard is that it's skyrocketing in price now.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
It's been really glitchy for me lately. Like I've had times where it'll literally like just turn my camera and my microphone back to what it tried doing originally on the default instead of what I have it set at, and I literally will have to go out and come all the way back in sometimes. It's really stupid.
I have so many people on mine because I pay for whatever version of it. That's not the business one. That's like $900 or whatever dumb shit. Whatever the other crazy. So I got so many people on my StreamYard for their channels. Grant, Chad, Brahma.
Although I don't use it.
Yeah, but I mean I'm paying for it anyway, so I have no issue, letting other people use theirs so they can save that money.
Pimping it out. Oh yeah.
Wait, what was the skill issue? Are we talking about OBS? What the hell are you talking about, Leon?
Just dealing with settings with all the different streaming platforms.
Oh. I think people should pick like 2 or 3 and just do that. Like people would do like 5. Like it's just nuts.
5 what?
Like multi-streaming. Like 2 or 3 I think is fine, and then have like a YouTube channel to like do, to archive stuff, that you do. Mm-hmm. Like if I were to like go back and like really lean into the content creation again, like over from zero, I would do that. I would like do I would do lives on all one channel, and then I would move like game streams over to like an archive gaming channel and all that. Like just stick to one area and then move those things around wherever you want. Because like even Twitch, you can download your VODs and then you just put them over. And actually their clipping right now is really awesome. You can, especially if you are doing like competitive gaming or like want to highlight something, you can in their clips you can do the vertical, and then you can move your camera to like focus on you and set that all really easy and seamlessly on their software. So I know no one likes Twitch, but like they're getting really good with the
I've seen that software before. I was like, okay, that's really cool. It's like that's cool that they do that and allow that.
Yep.
Like, and it's like free, isn't it?
You got to cast a wide net. Yeah, well, sometimes you cast too much and you spread yourself too thin.
Yeah, it's because especially depending on like it's hard to keep up with chats everywhere if you've got like multiple. Like if you got a fairly big audience, like from like YouTube, and say you stream other places and then grow the audiences there, then you're trying to keep up with like 3 different chats.
People just don't understand how hard it is to be popular and have so many people in your chat. The cross they must bear.
So rough. So
meanwhile,
rough.
last night, I'm like, StreamYard has a thing where you can put the chat on the screen now. Awesome. And I have one person say, hey, I'm like, okay, I'm taking that down because that is really hurting my
hurting your feelings.
Yeah.
I wish it was bigger. It's just so tiny. Like,
I do love that they, when I went into the studio and it was like, new feature from StreamYard, you can now integrate your chat. And it's like, you're like the last ones to get it.
Right? But they got it though.
Shit.
They got it.
And you can't
Brahma Studios got it before StreamYard did.
It's literally in that corner and it's tiny.
Yeah, and it's in the beta phase, but like to me though, this works. It just like I know you love fapping it to EV Mux, but like it's just not that good. Like everything
no, EV
about
Mux
it
is garbage.
No, it's not even that. I just find it hilarious that StreamYard's acting like brand new feature. We can now feature the chat on stream.
Yeah,
it's like OBS. You could do that with a plug-in anytime you wanted.
Bro, they got to tell people when they come. I mean, it's not as if they're like, oh, we're not going to tell you about this thing. You have to go discover it for yourself. Yeah, they're promoting it because they did it.
Yeah, and it looks good to start. Like I do like the gradient on it. Like it looks like, but they do need to add the customization part, and like I think that'll come eventually.
Yeah.
But but like the clipping thing, Reiken, for like that's one of those like features that if Rumble again wants to compete in the live streaming gaming space, they need to add that. That's like,
the clipping thing.
So like Twitch, you can cut your video like while you're streaming. You can have a thing that records and like puts your videos into essentially like TikTok form. so you can
Vertical.
post them on vertical form.
StreamYards does the same thing. They have an AI thing where
It sucks, dude. It's awful.
Yeah. But they have. I mean, it should get better. The more use it because it's AI based. So
No, but I agree.
They don't even do the right aspect ratio. It's fucking.
no, they do it for
16:9.
shorts.
Yeah.
They do it for. No, they do it for YouTube Shorts, right?
YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Wait, so they changed it? Because every short that I made before was still it was in 16:9 aspect ratio, but like in the
It just
9
cut
by
the
16.
center of the picture.
Yeah, it was awful. It was
I only
unusable.
tried it once, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
it just
get
trims out everything to the side of the center of the. Well, it may let you move the slider, but like if you have 5 people on, it's not going to put 5 of us in the top of the screen. It's going to just cut a vertical strip out of the actual stream.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with the Twitch one, you can kind of pick where it cuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like those are the things. Like, if you really want to be a difference maker or really be in the fight, because I mean, be honest, Rumble's a live streaming platform. It's not YouTube.
Yep.
I know they want it to be. So your competition is Twitch and Kick. So do what they're doing, but do it better. And
I think
Kick is just copying Twitch.
Right. Yeah.
Because I think it'd be cool.
Well,
if
that's
with
because
Rumble's-
Kick got the source code of Kick of
Yeah.
Twitch. That's why they literally rented it from fucking Amazon. That's the reason why Kick's like that.
And it's backed by casinos. Sorry,
Oh,
Ricky, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's like, I think if Rumble can implement that feature, it'd be really great, because especially because like with Twitch, it's like they don't really keep their stuff for very long on their website for VODs. I don't know about clips.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So
Well,
like with Rumble, it's like they can keep all of your VODs and all of that stuff. So I feel like if they had the ability to cut or to make vertical clips, and then just like, so it's like, hey, I'm gonna start recording while I'm still streaming a vertical clip for like this amount of time, and then like, so I'll just do like a couple minutes at a time, and then it will just save automatically to my channel, and then I could just take those and upload them everywhere. That'd be great. I don't see why Rumble couldn't do that, because that's at least something they have on Twitch. It's like they save everything that you stream.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Wait, aren't they limiting it though? The storage that you have?
No.
Wasn't that a big thing that just came out about Twitch, about their storage?
Oh, Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't.
Oh, is that not what we're talking about?
No, I'm saying like that's
participating in it.
That's the positive of Rumble. It's like, hey, you can live stream all you want, and they'll keep all the VODs.
Oh, okay.
And like, unlike Twitch, and
until they won't, until they go, hey, pay for our cloud service.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Are cloud
they're about
services
to get a
like
major
notoriously
infusion of money.
homosexuals?
What?
Are cloud services like notoriously homosexual?
Yeah, well, why would you say that? Just because it was the way I talked?
Oh, was that how you think hetero males talk?
Occasionally. I don't know.
I don't know if you want to fuck me or not.
With you, I can't
I'm so
keep
confused.
it together. No. I'm merely making a joke that they're going to keep that service. They're going to let you keep all your VODs, and then they're going to go, if you want to keep your VODs, you got to be premium, and you got to have a subscription to our cloud service. Because that's the new thing that they're really like leaning into, is like our cloud service. It's, we're the best.
It's the same thing. We're like, oh man, no ads here. We're ad free. Hey guys, if you want to stay ad free, get this check mark or whatever. The what's the other one? The Bluebird, not the Bluebird. What's the other one called?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. Yeah. Or get your cloud membership or whatever to stay ad free.
Yeah.
It's the story of Mormon Glory. Sorry, got me.
There was another controversial thing that came out this week. So we all know that Amazon, they put ads in everything now, even if you're paying for Prime, all that kind of stuff, right?
What, do they?
But now, if you buy a movie, they are adding ads into it. unless you pay another $3 to remove the ads
What
after you
the
have bought the
fuck,
movie.
dude?
I
Buy
haven't
your
seen that's
physical
not
media.
Hey, you know
for me.
what?
I
This
haven't
is
seen
this
that.
this is what happens when Jeff Bezos let those assholes spend $1 billion on Rings of Power. Okay,
But I
now
don't know
fucking
if it's
Amazon's
true, though.
broke and they got a nickel and dime everybody.
Well,
It's true. I don't know what date it starts, but
Oh,
that
it
is-
hasn't started yet.
Yes, the ones that you actually purchase on Amazon that are in your purchase movies are going to have ads unless you pay three more
when?
dollars a month, or I don't know what date it starts.
Okay, because I just bought one, and I don't have any ads on when I'm watching a video on Prime Video.
Well, the only
get
caveat
Sunsoap.
to that would be the only caveat I would say to that would be is Amazon allows you to download it on like 3 different devices. And so if you downloaded it to one of your devices and watched it that way, there's no way they could insert ads there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll find a way.
Physical media, boys and girls.
Negative
Physical
Nancy's.
media.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They can also just take
Strong
away your
disagree.
license at any point, even though you purchased it.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is funny because like even things you can't get on Amazon Prime anymore, I still have in my library. So it's like they never have done that, but they could potentially do that.
Yeah,
Well,
of course.
yeah, that's the thing is that, like everyone, and this is where like it borders on like tinfoil hat too much. It's like, well,
Yes.
well, what if they take it from you? It's like, yeah, I guess like not many. Like I know some movies have been removed. Like, am I so concerned that I might lose out on like a $20 purchase in 20 years? Not really.
I
You
wasn't
know,
going to watch it again. Like, what? No.
I don't know. But I understand people's concern with it in the slippery slope that it represents.
Sure.
But I don't know. Like at some point you got to like get off the fucking internet and go outside because like Jesus Christ.
Or I don't know, like blow up your life so you have something, actually worth all the effort and fighting you're putting into it. If you want, like, nope, I'm physical media till I die. This is the biggest thing I have. Dude, you need a divorce. You need something. You need.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Make your life, just blow your life up, make
Yeah.
everything absolutely shit, and then it'll be okay.
Well, no,
It's not
because
literally.
and then you'll be like justified, like, okay, this is something that
What he's
is
saying.
worth fighting for.
Well, yeah. I think it says like people don't really have any like real struggles, so they're like, well, I'll talk about how they might take my movie away from
Yeah.
me one day.
Oh, they put
Okay.
hair over her butt. How dare they? Was a
Right,
splash?
exactly.
Bro says you need a divorce.
You need something worthy of your fucking effort if you're gonna put in this much effort in this shit.
Oh my god!
My life effort in my Xbox physical collection.
There you go. Hell yeah, Vex.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's the original Xbox.
I'll say this.
Hey,
Oh, sorry. I love the whole digital thing just because of the convenience, of being able to.
Oh, yeah.
You can scream about censoring, which I'm not a fan of. Guys, I'm not a fan of it. Or like, oh, they're going to do this, or they can take it away at any point. None of that is going to top being able to like, oh, this movie just came out. Do I want to drive to Blockbuster that doesn't exist, or do I want to just download it? I mean, just rent it right here on my TV. I'm just
Convenience is king.
yep.
Yeah.
All I was gonna say was that like just like anybody that is out there complaining about any of this kind of stuff, and I don't have any problem with that kind of stuff. I do it all the time. But just like remind yourself every day to like thank the Lord the fact that you have it so good that is your biggest problem in your life. That is the one thing you can complain about and obsess over. It's like as long as you're grateful for the fact and you realize that it's like, okay, it's really not that big a deal, but I'm gonna be passionate about it anyway. Then like by all means have at it, man. Get obsessed with your fucking DVD collection.
Steam works, but you can't access the cloud saves, I believe. And if your game is online, you wouldn't be able to play just like on a console. But if you have single player games, you can still play them, I believe. You just can't. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
most of
not.
the saves are backed up locally on your drives either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go in and manipulate
the
saves
cloud
all the
saves.
time.
Oh, cheater.
Bet you do. Of course you do.
Cheater.
Bro.
How you gonna pop off like that
Shame.
and call me crazy? Oh man.
So, I don't know what you're referring. I don't know what part because I ramble a lot and I cover a lot of different things. I don't know what specific part.
I think the divorce. You need to get a divorce. I think that's what everybody
mostly
latched on to out of the last rant.
How about
Mostly
this?
what Matt is saying, and he has no idea what he's saying either. So don't worry about it.
That's kind of true. But what I'm saying right now, though, I do. If it affected you to that level, maybe you are the person that needs a divorce. Get what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe.
oh man, he said something, and it really hit me at my core. Then it was to you, so I didn't miss you, did I? Boom.
That's true. I actually thought about that. Was it last week? I was like, man, when people get mad at like like something I said, or like that, I'm like this does affect you. I did ruffle your feathers. Like, don't come in at me and say, and the same thing goes for me. Like all the stuff I talked about earlier totally affected me. Like I am
That's
the
my
victim
secret. I'm always pissed off at Shags.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have to imagine syphilis. I always want to say syphilis, right? Albert Camus on his essay on syphilis, the dude that pushes the boulder, right? The whole Sisyphus. Yeah. I always say syphilis. Anyway, so yeah, Albert Camus' essay on that was about that you have to imagine him happy, pushing it up, not getting it up there. You know what I mean? It's about finding the happiness in what you're doing, not what you're going to get. It's the
journey, not the destination.
Don't postpone.
That's what I was about to say.
Gay. That's gay. Don't postpone your happiness. No, I'm not. Don't postpone your happiness. People all the time people will get into a place like, man, if I can just get this job, then I'll be happy. If I can meet this type of chick, then I'll be happy. Right? They're always postponing, waiting for the happiness to come to them rather than seeing what they have and being happy with that. If you start stacking up those little ones, like, man, this was a good day, I'm happy because of this. Those little happy moments of happiness throughout your days, right? Those will stack up much quicker and be more impactful than some big thing that may or may not come. Even if it does come, it may not even be. It's still not going to fulfill what you thought it was because you made it to be such a huge, thing to your happiness. That's what I'm saying.
Mad likes to sleep.
Yeah.
It makes him happy.
His name is MADchismo. When did he become happy? Gizmo?
I still hate
Mad is more the state of mind.
I think Mad's he's doing me a favor today. He's trying to like look on the brighter side of life.
Yeah, man, that's how fucking depressed. Like, you're so emo that I'm like, wait, now I gotta overdo it.
It's got to be positive.
Positivity.
Speaking of the brighter side of life, I watched As Good as It Gets this past week. My God, that movie is so good. And
It's been a minute since I've seen it.
Jack Nicholson is insanely bigoted in that
movie's
movie.
hilarious.
That's just his character, and it's part of his journey of like kind of overcoming his insane obsessive compulsive nature. But
put My Chemical Romance away. Sorry.
No, it's so
Helen
good.
Hunt's eyes are too far apart.
What?
Eyes are too far apart.
I always knew there was something wrong with her, but until these wide-eyed people have been popping up more, I never knew it. But that makes sense now, looking back. Like, yeah, that's what was wrong with her.
Look, man, they're just alien hybrids. Okay, just look at it like that, and then it becomes it just becomes a kink. So
Shags is fuming.
What? Oh, you're a Helen Hunt fan?
Hey, I'm on your side, Shags. Just remember that you're not
She
alone
is
here.
Smoking hot. In that movie.
I doubt.
Don't even
that.
just keep your mouth shut. It doesn't even matter what you're about to say.
Who, me?
Yeah, she is.
All I was going to say was when it becomes available on one of my streaming services, I'll watch it again.
You could probably find it at the $5 bin at Walmart, honestly.
Yeah, but then I would have to go there.
I'll take a trip. Go out and see the world. Get a little, like just a little sun, not a lot, like little.
Matt doesn't go unless it's to get a gun that shoots ants and flies.
That's why I said little. And then you could put your little fishing hat on to keep the sun off your skin,
It's called a boonie.
Even Vex is calling out Helen Hunt.
Bloody 8-head. That's fucked.
This is what she's talking about.
I
She,
rooted for the Twister to get Helen. Soul
Ah,
Assassin.
wow.
Get it. But yeah, I
Wow.
did think that he should have stuck with the new girl in that movie.
Oh man.
No. Nope.
That one ain't
Nope.
me. That's
Nope.
fucked up. But it's
Y'all are wrong.
This is how Shags is feeling right now.
This isn't the first
Emotional damage.
That'll
That's
probably
what they
get you
need.
taken down quicker than what Mad played.
Why?
Yep.
I think you actually have to play the
Oh,
video
because he
clip in
started
order to get
actually
in trouble.
attacking everybody.
Yeah, if it was the video clip, yeah, but you can get away with just the sound.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This isn't Shaq's first. Oh, this chick was smoking hot. Where everyone's like, no, right? Isn't
I
there
was
other
fine
ones?
with Helen Hunt back in the day.
In that movie,
I was
she's
freaked
thought-
out about her doppelganger, Lily Sabilski, or whatever her name was, though.
I don't know who that is.
I feel like
Remember the young girl in Eyes Wide Shut? Well, she not
Oh.
young like young girl, but she was playing a young girl. She looks like Helen Hunt, 20 years younger.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was around for
Shax,
like 10 years.
How'd you feel about Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies?
True Lies.
Yeah, smoking hot.
Yeah.
It was
looked
the
good
best
in
she
that.
looked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
True.
best she's ever looked. I've never found her particularly attractive, but she
No
did
one
look
did.
really good in that one.
I
That's
found her
fucked
attractive when she started telling me about her bowel problems and her diarrhea and
Oh,
talking
Bolivia?
about
That's
yogurt
not it.
to
That's
me.
a country. What was
I don't.
it?
I'm not. I'm not. Listen, whatever that you just said, Ron, I don't care about that. When I look at her on screen in True Lies, I go, yes, absolutely. 9
And
out
I'm
of
not
10.
talking about her actual statements. I'm talking about the commercials she used to do. I found it hilarious.
I'm not
Bolivia.
watching
I
those.
found it
Yogurt.
hilarious that she was like, I used to be a major star, and now I'm talking about my bowel problems.
Yeah,
Have
well,
this yogurt. It'll fix it.
Yeah, are you like me and had a problem with constipation because of all the amphetamines used?
Listen, we all hit our lows, right? And sometimes it's a diarrhea commercial, you know. So,
Magic Johnson commercials.
Oh,
You can't
what
even
a
detect
sh-
my AIDS now.
what
your blood
what a
work,
shitty
man.
way to go.
Yeah, I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. It sucked. No, it didn't. That
No,
was a
I
good-
thought it was pretty good.
That was a
I
good
think
movie.
it was overhyped.
I saw that one.
maybe.
Is that the
I-
one with the end night?
That's with
Is that
short
the one
round.
with the Asian chick?
I
Okay,
knew
yeah, I
Selma
didn't see
Hayek.
that.
I've actually.
Oh yeah, Selma Hayek. Come on.
I kind of
Yeah,
like
not
current Selma
really.
Hayek better than 90s.
Jennifer Aniston never
Desperado,
was, like,
man.
was never like,
Yeah, no.
crazy for me.
Yeah.
Whether it's the old or
I was
new
fine with
nose.
her nips poking out in every single scene of Friends.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess that's
Man,
fine.
the
But I
resolution
never
wasn't
looked
even
at her.
Back
and
in the
was
day
like, oh
before
my
the padded
God,
bras.
you know, but-
Yeah.
No, never seen her like, oh, she's so sexy.
Sofia
with that
Vergara?
new nose.
yeah,
She does still look fine too.
yeah, she's been a fine wine for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of like sleeper. Like, well, I can't think of any right now, but
Sleeper chicks?
what?
What do you mean sleeper,
Sleeper
like
what?
chicks?
No, like there's a lot of. I think there's a lot of women in Hollywood that were like.
Uh-oh.
I don't think
There's my
are.
audio again.
They have had certain roles that were really, really good
Uh-huh.
that they looked great in, but like you wouldn't,
Agreed.
consider them like all
Yeah.
like the most beautiful, like
Traditionally hot.
yeah.
What movie was Drew Barrymore attractive in?
Ooh,
The one with Adam Sandler, Wedding Singer.
I don't know. I don't think she
That
was
was about the only
attractive in
time
that
I
one.
thought she was attractive.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever
Right?
looked at her and been like,
Okay.
ooh,
Yeah. What about the chick from Jerry Maguire?
Renee Zellweger.
Renee
Yeah.
Zellweger.
Did she ever have that movie?
She didn't do it for me. The puffy eyes was always.
Oh,
Yeah,
Winona
51st
Ryder?
Dates might actually be. Yeah, Vex, you might actually be right. 51st Dates, she was actually pretty cute. And
Okay, yeah, I may give you that one. But Winona Ryder, sure, until you see her bottom teeth. My God, I'm rewatching Stranger Things season 4, whatever, and I'm like, oh boy, that bottom row is, ugh. Guess
Oh, that's a good
what-
Is
point.
that
Yeah.
her teeth though, or is that for the show?
No,
I was
her
gonna
teeth.
say, I was like going back to like Charlie's Angels because I couldn't wasn't a fan of the movie, but I didn't think Drew Barrymore looked bad in that.
Well, okay, there's a difference between
Oh,
no,
yeah.
she wasn't horrendously ugly versus she was peak fucking hot in this movie. Like what we
I
got
always just
with
thought
Jamie
Drew
Lee
Barrymore
Curtis
was
and
cute.
You know what? This is going to be a surprise to you guys, but maybe. But is it Leah Thompson? Is that who was in Back to the Future? Marty's mom?
Yeah. Howard the Duck.
Big thumbs up. I thought she was really hot.
Especially when she had the fake tits in Back to the Future too. You made me get these things. I was like, yeah. And that's fine.
Cameron Diaz in The Mask. Cameron Diaz is hot in other movies.
Yeah, but
that
that red dress and the mask, though, I don't think there's anything she's ever looked better in, because she was actually thick. She was a little on the thick. That was like when she first was getting into Hollywood, so she was still a little thicker.
She had a short window where I thought she was hot, and then she got sickly thin.
There's something about Mary she was really good in.
That was the point I was going to make too. You can watch as she progresses in Hollywood, she gets thinner and thinner, and so I think in The Mask she was.
That's a different conversation rather than when did she look the hottest versus what was her window of hotness. Like what movie was like Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies.
The Mask.
That was the only time
dress.
She was attractive.
I think
something about Mary. She didn't really do it for me. So I think that was her hottest.
She was more Girl Next Door hot in that. She
something
was,
about Mary.
Yeah, which I still say is a one more attractive to me. A lot of times is just the dress down versus the all caked on makeup and shit.
100%.
It's not Austin Powers. That's not her hottest point. Bedazzled was.
No, you're getting us in a different conversation of like, ooh, when was she the hottest? Versus
90s
when
Hurley
was that time she was hot?
But that's all she disappeared after that. She really dropped out of movies after the 90s.
Pretty sure she went on to be a mom.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. She just stopped doing movies at that point.
Yeah, Vex. Exactly.
That's why I think that's why Cameron Diaz took 10 years off of Hollywood too. She was like out for like 15 years because that's what she did. She went off and was like, I'm gonna go be a mom, because she had like a whole lot of offers and stuff like that. And she's like, well, would I rather do this and advance my career, or would I rather spend time with my kids? And she was like, I'm gonna spend time with my kids.
Also, it turns out I don't have a lot of acting skills.
Who's that?
Well, that
Cameron
Diaz
wasn't.
Oh yeah, she's not that great. Yeah,
I think.
What about Kate Beckinsale?
She's hot in so many different things.
Underworld, though.
I guess we're moving on to a different conversation.
We're just naming hot chicks now, man.
Your
favorite topic.
The one time I'm like, you know what? I'll break kayfabe a little bit. Let's talk about attractive women, and then you guys take it too far.
Was Alicia Silverstone ever actually hot?
Yeah.
Blast from the Past.
Clueless,
maybe?
or what?
Blast from the Past, maybe.
Ooh, Elisha Cuthbert.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot about her.
Blast from the Past is a really good movie, though.
Van Helsing, she was pretty good in Van Helsing, but definitely better in Underworld.
Yeah, for sure.
I get her mixed up with a lot of those British chicks. Like, I'm like, is she in Rogue One, or is that a different one?
Haley Atwell.
Who's that?
Oh yeah,
Peggy Carter.
The chick from Mission Impossible and Captain America, man.
Yeah.
Agent
Wait, the
Carter.
one that plays Peggy?
Yep.
Yeah, Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
Just look at any of her red carpet outfits, and trust me, you'll understand.
I guess.
Trust me. I've used her on several thumbnails.
Tara Reid was hot, then went so like meth looking.
I
kind
of prefer the methed out Tara Reid, because I could bang. She'd give it to me. You know what I mean? Like that's easy pickings.
Matt's like, I could find her on a street corner.
I'm like, hey, look, I still got to say I tagged Tara Reid, even if she was like doing it for crack.
Oh, you tagged her? Yeah.
Fan
What's decade?
Which fan expo?
In Salt Lake, and I went to a panel with her and Shannon Elizabeth, and it was so funny because Shannon does a lot of like charity work and stuff in like South Africa, I think with animals. So she's talking about that and like kind of like how she stepped away from acting and blah blah blah, and then Tara Reid steps up and she's like, Sharknado was like so much fun.
I just
before it got-
Sharknado.
And she's like, you know, I just feel like hanging out and like he's my dog. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so hard to watch.
Oh, man, I won't even have to roofie this one.
I don't think she's recovered, but I think from what from some of the trailers that we've seen, Lindsay Lohan has actually turned herself back around.
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Like
Oh yeah, she looks great
Really?
now. She found
Yeah.
dude, she moved out of Hollywood, she got married, she found God, and she had a baby. And she went back to her natural red hair and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, gross.
She posted her maternity pictures. They went kind of viral there for a little while in some of the Hollywood Reporter articles, and she looks great.
How the
now.
fuck did
Because
she
that doesn't
get-
always work out. Like with that, what was her name? Not Destiny. She was big. She was in Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon, Never Too Young to Die. Vanity found the Lord. Y'all don't know Vanity?
Nope.
Wow, Brahma, you do. I've made you watch movies with her in it.
You make me watch things. That doesn't mean I know who anybody is or
She was
care.
in the American James Bond movie with John Stamos, Never Too Young to Die. Anyway, so Vanity was big at that, like in the late 80s, early 90s, right? But she found the Lord and then went, oh boy, it didn't work out for her on the looks, though. She's dead. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, Hilary Duff is still pretty.
She looks better now than she looked back in the day to me.
I have something
I agree.
controversial. Megan Fox.
She's always had a butt on her too.
Megan Fox was hot in the Transformers era, and
Never
now
been
she
hot.
doesn't look like a human.
No, she's
I
never
never
been hot.
found
No,
her
and
that-
she's transed all her kids.
Okay, fuck all that shit. I don't want to talk politics about her. What I'm trying to
No,
get
I'm
to
just saying
is
she's fucking
her
crazy.
fucking thumbs. She has toe thumb, and it's fucking disgusting.
I wasn't looking at her. thumbs
yeah, I
in
was like-
Trans-
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that would be
And that's
that
when
would be
you're
the
like, oh.
last thing I would be looking at.
Right, and then the next thing you know is like, why'd you put your big toe up my ass? That was just my thumb. That's what happens.
Why
don't
are you
look
letting
out
her
for these
stick her
things.
thumb up
What?
your ass?
I'm not.
Why are you letting anything? Why are you
Yeah.
letting her stick anything up your ass?
I wouldn't.
since we see it almost every week on Twitter now. Dizzy or what's her face from Starship Troopers, Carmen or Dizzy,
Oh, Dizzy.
and then or now.
I
Because
don't know about
Dizzy
now.
now looks hot as hell.
I thought she did. I
Really?
thought she.
Yeah, I was
compared
just
to
I
the
thought
other-
she
that.
looked good back then, but I was more Denise Richards back then. But now
her face is her. It's weird.
she
like,
had those DSLs.
angle, like, but yeah, but the
like the curly hair.
she had a very like modern architect look to her face, like all the sharp edges with her nose and her, like it was too, you know what I mean? It wasn't a lot of softness to it. That makes sense.
Yeah, she was very pointy nosed.
Yeah, it's just
Sharp
I'm
features.
cool.
They even drew her that way in the first couple scenes of the movie.
Plus, it was her fault that that Our Country was hit by that comet because she hit it with a ship when she wasn't even supposed to be going
Well, it
that
was
way.
South America that got hit, not Our Country, but
Well, I think at that point everything was Our Country.
probably.
Uh,
Halle Berry. Oh, Flintstones.
no,
No,
Swordfish.
Monster
Swordfish.
Ball.
Swordfish, or even that scene in the 007 movie where she's walking out of the water.
no, that fucking knife on her hip.
Swordfish.
Out of here. That she ruined that.
Swordfish
that
is a good one. Monster Ball.
No,
probably.
Swordfish.
Monsters
Yeah,
Ball is another
Swordfish
good
was
one. Yeah.
And Weasley,
That
we
was
can't
so-
count. We can't count Catherine Zeta-Jones because anybody that can give you throat cancer just by being with them is not okay.
Oh, that's horrible.
Vivica A. Fox.
True story.
Vivica A. Fox.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Vivica A.
Yeah.
Fox, Independence Day, hot. After that,
Oh yeah.
not so much.
No, that sucks.
No,
She
even
was
in Kill
good.
Bill. No, nobody thought she was.
She was all right in Kill.
Wait,
She was
who?
all
don't
right.
know.
What?
Vivica A. Fox.
Vivica A. Fox.
Oh, not in Kill Bill. No. I mean, with the I guess with her braids, yeah, but not when she fought her. Is that
I
is that
guess.
acceptable?
Sure.
Angela Bassett's
not really,
not
but
bad.
okay, we'll go with it.
She's a good
Angela
looking
Bassett
older
never did anything for me.
Yeah, no.
Carrie Ann Moss, though, like outside of a few scenes in The Matrix, not really. Like, not really.
Not your classic.
She's always just
beauty for movies.
No, she's just always come off very much as like a mom. So, ooh, Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne. That's a good one.
No.
Hell, the
I
chick
would've
that
picked
played
Linda
Velma.
Cardellini. I would have picked Linda Cardellini out of the two.
I was just thinking the chick that played Velma in those movies.
Yeah, Linda Cardellini. That's Hawkeye's wife.
Okay, yeah.
She played Velma.
Oh no, shit! I didn't know that was Hawkeye's wife.
She was in
Good on
ER.
him.
Oh, she was in.
He got himself a good one. She's got great tits.
She was in that show. Oh man, not what was it called? Not Dazed and Confused. It was when they were in high school.
Geeks and Freaks.
Geeks and Freaks. That's the one. Yeah, she was in that too.
Yeah.
Good show. Holds up.
Oh, Lucy Liu. Yeah.
Normally Asians do it for me, but she doesn't. Tia Carrera.
Normally
yeah,
Asians do it for me. But not.
That's
Do
true.
you have a specific type of Asian, or is it just like
Japanese. All day long.
Asked and answered.
Okay.
Has Jada Pinkett Smith ever been attractive in a movie?
Oh.
Maybe in the third Matrix for a couple seconds.
Really? I don't know
Maybe.
about that one.
You know who I really liked back in the day? Stacey Dash.
Don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
The black girl in Clueless.
Oh yeah.
She was hot at age 50. She's like 55 now, and she's still hot as hell.
What about Zoe Travis Kravitz?
Kravitz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I think she's
Yeah.
attractive. By the way, I Robert Pattinson will always be the best, like Bruce Wayne, Batman. Maybe not Batman, but definitely Bruce Wayne, because there is nothing more Bruce Wayne than fucking Catwoman on the hood of your fucking Batmobile.
Yeah. Demi Moore for sure. 90s Demi Moore.
No.
One Crazy Summer.
So with Demi Moore, she always looks like an old lady even when she's young, and she just has that vibe, that 45-year-old vibe to her.
Brad, why do you hate women, dude? Like, what?
Have you ever met one?
What is a woman?
What is a woman? Jennifer Connelly, yes, all the way through her life so far.
Oh my god!
All the way
Is
up
there
to
even-
Maverick, I would still.
Who?
Jennifer
Connelly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she could trim the eyebrows just a little bit,
Bro.
but
Eyebrows
no.
are a thing for me too, man. As soon as I see you guys, come on, man, thread that shit. What's wrong? You know what I mean? There's no reason for
Shit.
women in modern day to have some crazy ass fucking eyebrows.
I mean, I mean, most of us pretty much grew up with Jennifer Connelly, from Labyrinth to Rocketeer to
Nope.
everything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Only the Brave, by the way, she's in that, and it is such an underrated movie. It's phenomenal. Only the Brave with Josh Brolin and Miles Teller.
I don't know that I've seen that one.
Yeah,
What's
I
the
don't think
one
I've
where she's riding the mechanical horse in the like Kmart or whatever?
I don't know, but
Isn't
only the
that
Brave.
Labyrinth?
Put that on
No.
a list. It's really worth it.
No.
It's much later than Labyrinth. Labyrinth, she was still like, we were allowed
Oh.
to like her at that point because she was like within our age range. But Labyrinth, she was like 13, 14 years old, I think.
No, she had to be older than that. She,
She
looked
may
at
have
least
been a couple
16
years
in that
older. I don't
movie.
know that she was 18.
Maybe not 18, but yeah. There was no way she was 13 or 14. She was way too tall for that.
Career opportunities.
Yeah,
1991.
that scene was hot.
Zoe Zalana.
That was almost a word.
That's her name. Zoe Saldana. Yeah, she played Gamora.
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
Zoe Saldana.
She's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
Rosario
can
Dawson.
be.
Sorry.
Yeah, when she's in Blue Bay
Rosario
S tier.
Dawson and Clark's
S
2
tier.
was great.
Oh
S tier.
my god, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then
Yeah,
she
no,
dated
I was
Cory
ready to
Booker,
see
and
Then you're like, oh, she's in the Gay Guys?
Spartacus has been
Chance.
there. No thanks.
Well, we went two
that's
different directions.
funny.
Brom was like, "Ooh, gross, not interested," and I'm like, "Ooh, I got a shot." Gays, he likes gaming.
All the women with the that you hate with the eyes are fucking totally hot.
What?
You just
Shut the
don't-
fuck up. Are you?
Halle
Not even a
Halle
little
Bailey.
Are you?
Halle
trolling?
Bailey put some pictures on her Twitter account the other day of her in a bikini. Yeah, girl looks fucking good.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
So you're paper
Yeah,
bag.
Anna Taylor-Joy. Absolutely.
No one's paper bagging.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
No.
Hell no.
It's the only
What
way I'm
about
going
the-
near it.
What about that?
I think
Anna
Anna
Joy?
Taylor-Joy's face is very pretty.
No.
She looks like a freaking alien or
Yeah.
a queen ant.
Have you seen that movie
Judge
where
me
she
all
played
you
an
want.
alien?
What's that?
Seen which one?
Oh,
The one where she played an alien and then like at the end the alien fucks the lady with the tail.
Oh, that I don't know.
I missed that one.
Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yes. No. Maybe. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was her. It had what's his name with the giant nose in the Predator movie? The pianist. Adrian Brody.
Yeah,
Nope.
Brody.
Is that right? Yeah. He's in it.
Yeah.
Some chicks in it. Who cares? And then she's in it playing the alien lady.
Y'all are wild because everyone in chat was all like, no way. Because if
No,
every one
Vex
of those
agrees.
wide-eyed chicks was like face down, ass up in front of you, y'all would
That's-
be.
Because
What-
you're not
what?
looking at their
That's
freaking face
entirely-
with their
well,
eyes going this way.
That's an entirely
You'd all be
different.
kissing her on the mouth too. So shut
Majority
up.
of men would fuck whatever. Oh, this is available for me to fuck. Sure. It's like
Yeah, you
Chris
could
Rock
put
had
Melissa
the whole.
McCarthy in front of Matt, and he would do it. But I
Okay.
mean, that doesn't
Well-
mean he's going to like it.
Out of respect, she put the time in to be here. So what I'm saying is, that Chris Rock has that great bit about like men don't stop like they can stop chasing pussy, but if the pussy falls in their lap, in their lap, they got to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's-
what my
with
point
men,
is,
it's
y'all
more
act like you're
availability.
just like chasing away pussy. Like
No, I'm not mentioning anything about my looks. I'm judging people on their looks because they became Hollywood actresses, which is supposed to be the supreme level of beauty.
I'm just trying
Or
to.
it used to be. I mean, we just
dispel-
named how many people that used to be the supreme level of beauty.
But I would.
And
I
now
would put
look
Anya
at the
Taylor-Joy
generation that we're
into-
getting now.
into that category. She is a very, very pretty woman. Anya Taylor-Joy.
I just don't like the look of your eyes being halfway.
Sydney Sweeney. I would put her in that.
She doesn't have the eye thing.
Sydney Sweeney has the lazy eye, but outside of that, yeah,
Oh my
she's
God.
pretty great.
Come
All right,
on.
is this
It's not
where
the
we're
first
at
time
now?
I've
This
mentioned
is
it,
not why I
Shags.
brought up this conversation. All I wanted to do
Like,
was help
come on.
dispel
All
a
time.
little
Come
bit
on
of the
now.
gay rumor.
What's that? Matt?
Sorry.
All I
Your
wanted to
mom.
do was, kind of cut down a little on the gay rumors about me, just a little bit. I didn't want to go. Oh, great. Now
Well,
we're showing pics.
you're really into. You need to prove it now. And
How fuck any of y'all? Wait, no. Hold on.
Wait, whoa.
That's not what I meant. Like,
Okay,
who do I have
my
to?
way.
Wait,
Hey, look! Dude, I found our trifecta, Shags. Almost our trifecta, not 100%, but almost there. Look, we've got Sydney Sweeney in this one too. Look at that.
so, I mean,
There you go.
who are these people?
Halle Bailey, Sydney
Sydney
Sweeney.
Sweeney's in the center.
Yeah.
I never
I
know
know
who she is. I guess I've seen her in things and people talk about it all the time, but every time I see her, I'm like, oh, that's her.
who was the girl from The Acolyte? Bring up her picture. 'Cause
Oh,
she's-
yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Wait till you see her.
No, you saw your
I'm
Instagram
sorry,
pictures? Yeah. What the fuck was her name?
I
I'll
didn't
look it
mean
up.
for us to get here. I'm sorry.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver and go.
Yeah, there's some great pictures from her on the red carpet.
The problem is you can't compare these girls right now because one, we're in a different era, but like we have the gift of hindsight with a lot of these women because a lot of the women we've mentioned have aged fairly gracefully anyway.
That's true.
So like we won't know. Like some of these chicks might turn into complete disasters.
Is
20 years.
But I'm not talking about how they've
Yeah.
aged. I'm talking about back in the day, they were hot as hell. I
Well,
would
these
not
girls are hot
describe
as hell
any of
too,
these
but-
chicks as that.
No,
They
like
are.
it's not like we're grading them on. Oh, they have the potential of aging really well.
I don't even want to hear of it. Vex isn't even in this conversation at this point. If she wants to, she nope. Sorry, Vex, you're wrong.
What did
You can.
she's
you can
agreeing
join.
with us though, so she's right.
I mean, in Flight of the Navigator, we didn't think that what's-her-face was going to turn into a horse later in Sex and the City, but she did.
Oh, she always like.
But she looked good one time in
I don't
Flight of the
think so.
Navigator.
Dude, look at this chick. She is smoking.
I don't even know who that is.
She was the lead in The Acolytes.
That's the crazy.
Yeah,
chick from
she
The
doesn't have the
Acolyte.
far eye thing. We never brought her up as somebody that's ugly.
No, I brought her up as someone who I like. Well, she got a lot of shit.
Yes.
Well, that's because she said some really dumb shit.
Yeah, because she's an idiot.
Yeah.
Right. There's not a lot of there's a lot of idiots in Hollywood.
I love you, like, bro. There's nothing wrong with these girls' eyes. They're all attracted. Look, here's a picture of someone that we have not talked about whatsoever and doesn't have the eye thing. See, point proven.
I do think that someone said that she did. So I think it was Brahma who said, "Oh no, she's got the eye thing."
Nope, because
But
I never even watched The Acolyte.
Yeah, but you knew
the only
she
thing I've
was.
seen her in is her stupid video where she did her,
Right,
hip hop
slaps.
crap about whatever she was saying about the show.
I've listed all kinds of chicks. Vex, don't you start on me. It was cool when you were going after Shags.
What the fuck? Wow. Too bad she liked taco Shags. What? What do you mean? Does she really? Good for her.
Would it surprise you?
What about Sarah Jessica Parker in Striking Distance with Bruce Willis?
Nah.
I didn't see
never
that
found
one.
her attractive.
Oh.
Like I said, the only time I thought she
never.
was even somewhat attractive was Flight of the Navigator.
I think Julia Roberts gets away a lot on her personality and like charm.
Correct, because she also looks like a horse.
Yeah.
I've never found her particularly attractive.
It's one of those where they're like, hey, this chick is really hot. You got to think she's hot. I think she's cool.
Mm-hmm.
She seems nice.
I think she probably could have played the Joker if she was a male.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Vex got hot about this one earlier.
Yeah.
You know who is underrated?
Julia Roberts.
Man, what's Hugo Weaving's niece's name?
Amanda Peet and Saving Silverman. That was good. She
Yes.
looked good. in that.
Amanda?
Alice Eve was hot too, but she didn't stick around long.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I love being right and everyone else being wrong. It's great.
How would you know?
You're not very good at it.
Oh, you guys are just wrong.
Samara Weaving. Y'all know Samara
show, you're
Weaving? I think she's great. And I think she is very attractive. Samara Weaving?
Isn't that the chick from The Ring?
No.
The bitch that comes out of the TV.
Yeah.
You're so hot.
Christian Bale in American Psycho.
She
You
was
know
in,
who I think is
Matt, what
hot
do you
for
think
an
of that
older
one?
chick? Vera Farmingham.
She was in
I
Ready
think
or
she got
Not.
hotter as she got older.
She was in
What,
Bill
man?
and Ted Face the Music. She was in Ready or Not.
She looks like a knockoff Margot Robbie.
Yeah, they're related.
Oh, speaking of Margot Robbie, duh.
Well, I don't know if they're related. They're from, Adelaide. Celebrate.
I like the original Margot Robbie better than I like Margot Robbie.
Well, Samara Weaving. She's the niece of Hugo.
Jamie
Weaving.
Lee, what was her name? Jamie Lynn Presley or Jamie Lee Presley? She was on My Name is Earl.
Oh,
She was big for a while.
yeah.
I mean, she literally is
Yeah.
Margot Robbie before Margot
Yeah.
Robbie
No.
existed.
Yeah.
I think
She
Margot
really
has
is.
far more talent as far
Yeah,
as
Jamie
acting.
Presley.
Talent is not looks.
Oh,
The Beast the whole
sorry.
time.
I thought we were not
everything I've
completely
said has been true, and like all these guys, like they're here like because I love them, but they're just talking, and I've been right.
Well, and since we're talking
Only
about
like 3 or 4
clones,
more
like,
weeks of this crap, and then we don't have to hear Shag's horrible opinions on things
For a
anymore.
little bit. And,
Yep.
You know,
Like-
I'll fly out of nowhere.
Did anybody else ever notice
Connie
like
Britton
the Katy
would.
Perry?
What was that?
Who?
Jesse?
I was just gonna ask, like, since we were talking about clones, this made me think, like, does anybody ever notice like the Katy Perry, like Zoe Deschanel clones that we have throughout like Hollywood? Like, there's like 6 of them that all look almost identical, and it's like, I wonder who's your daddy.
Yeah, bro, because
I don't know.
Nickelback
I think it was that.
replaced her and they wrote that song about it.
That wasn't Katy Perry.
Well, whatever. They're all.
Anyway.
Bro,
Is Mia Kirshner the other chick from Friday Night Lights?
I don't know.
The tall
show
brown
or movie.
blonde-eyed brunette.
Ooh.
The
Oh,
show,
yeah, dude.
the TV show, the
Oh, yeah,
head
she was in
cheerleader. I think she
everything.
was
Yeah.
for
Well,
just
Alicia
like
Dushku,
a
that's an
couple
interesting
years.
one.
And you got
Future Boy is spot on with this one. Holy shit. Olivia Taylor-Dudley from The Magician.
idea
She
who
was
that
the
is.
blonde with she was the blonde who wore really tight sweaters and she had really big tits and she was a total bookworm. And,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
the scene with her shirt off when yeah.
What-
yeah.
Was Eliza Dushku the chick from 24 and
No, that's Elijah Cuthbert.
okay, so Dushku is the one that was in Jay and Silent Bob.
Yes.
Who's the one from
Okay.
San Andreas? Not San Andreas. That's a game.
No,
I
Minka Kelly. E. Clay got it.
I think it
I
was
wanna-
Millie Jokovic.
I have enjoyed this, but I want to move on to something before we
Thank God.
close out for the night.
An actual topic?
Well, we talked about some things. I mentioned it in my rant earlier about the Nintendo Switch, but also like the Borderlands 4 stuff and the CEO
okay.
going fucking crazy on people about it being
Shut
$80
up, whores.
I mean, again, I don't necessarily care. I don't know if he's saying it's going to be $80. Did he say it is?
It's
No,
going
he
to be
said that's
$80.
not a choice that he
$80.
makes. He's the CEO.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it wasn't up to him.
Oh, right.
But even if it is,
But
I don't know.
guys, the games are gonna be so much cheaper when they're all digital because they don't have to pay for the packaging and the shipping
and the printing, the DVDs, and
But I have a real question though. Like, these games take way more time to make. Like, does that not mean anything? Or
No,
like,
I
I
get
know
that. They chose to do that. Yeah.
I've said the whole time that they
Yes.
haven't kept up with inflation and the games probably should cost more. Doesn't mean I'm happy about it, but
No,
I'm
I
not
agree
also
with that,
going
yeah.
to throw a fit about it.
but we've also got into the other side of that factor too, is that the technology is advanced. It's become easier to make these high quality games because the technology is advanced. So ergo, it should actually make it cheaper to produce these games. But when they hire, 400 people to make a freaking video game and spend 8 years doing it, well, yeah, it's bound to cost $600 million. So
well, no, that logic only works with games that are of the same it's easier and quicker to produce something like that came out for NES and SNES, but not these giant fucking multi-million dollar projects like GTA 6 with super intelligent AI and all that stuff. I mean, literally these games are way more complicated and graphically intense, running on hardware that we can't even. I mean, we don't know anything about. So, it stands to reason, at least in my opinion, that these things would get more expensive even without the packaging. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I still feel like that's a choice.
I think
they're making
though a lot of
all of those
TVs
things?
got cheaper.
Because
I think a lot
apparently
of these
there's some
game
way for
companies,
these
though-
small studios to make games that are like $40 and they're phenomenal without 900 personnel, studio. It's like
Yeah.
3, 4, 12 guys, Look at
Ubisoft
State of
with
Decay.
3,000 versus
Those guys.
Expedition 33 with 30 people.
Yeah. I think game companies are realizing now it's at least with all these really big AAA games that are kind of just failing because they're just not the quality. The quality is just not there, and I think they're realizing it's maybe we shouldn't be wasting all this huge
I hope
budgets
they're
on these
realizing
games.
That it's not about how much money you pour into it and how many people you have. It's the quality of the talent that you have working on it versus how much, how much you're putting into it, how much they're getting for it to make it. It's more talent.
Well, it's people setting the rules and expectations who don't understand what it takes to make a game. Like that studio of 30 people, those are passionate people who know what they're doing and can write stories and make games.
Yeah.
The people
Actually
who are
gave a
calling
shit.
the shots at Ubisoft and all these other big publishers, they don't know a thing about it. They're getting their marching orders from shareholders, essentially saying, "Hey, you're going to get paid this if you put X, Y, and Z in your game."
And that's where they're failing. And eventually these companies are going to have to wake up and oh, you know what? Maybe we should hire somebody that knows what they're doing.
Right.
Miyamoto,
like you said,
Kojima, all of those guys actually had some vision and heart behind the games that they were making.
Mm-hmm.
Now they just move, people from team to team to team and say, okay, you guys just do this part of this game.
They're handcuffed by the demands that's being put on them. They're being directed into what to make rather than just making it themselves.
That's a
and
choice.
not just that too. They hire a lot of very unqualified people for positions they don't belong into. Like I went over something today. The Bethesda chick that was Obsidian chick that was responsible for Avowed and that disastrous dumpster fire. Prior to her working at that company, she was like a pricing manager for some investment firm. Like she had no video game experience whatsoever prior to working at that company. And she literally just worked her way up. And now she's in charge of one of Netflix's video game studios. And I'm just like, are you insane? Did you just see it would happen with the last game she produced that she was responsible for? Like, do you guys not look at any of this kind of stuff? But they're hiring a lot of unqualified people that have no idea what the fuck they're doing inside of those studios as well.
It's like giving a 22 or 25-year-old the marketing division of Bud Light,
or access to all of the federal governments and decides who gets fired and who doesn't.
What?
Oh no, sorry. Was that not?
I mean, ultimately, Shags, to your point, if you're answering to shareholders, they can't tell you put these 3 things in there if you are bringing up the price of your shares. I mean, if you're making good games, you wouldn't have to be answering to anybody on the shareholder side, because
that's not necessarily true. Because
for the most part, it is. Because if you're bringing profit and return on all the games you're making, then you don't have to listen to a few loud sharedholders, because the majority of the shareholders are going to be happy that these shares are going up.
Oh, but here's the thing, though. Yes, they're happy, but those people are also always like, how can we make more? What do we? That's why we have like formulas, right? Like this worked. Let's keep doing this because this worked, even though
correct. But they're not trying to inject their 3 things that they really want to see in a game if you're doing things and being profitable as it is, because their ideas aren't proven in any way. I think it's more the investment firms than the shareholders.
They don't have to be proven if they're at such a high position. They can make demands of what they want in the product. You know what I mean?
Well, I know that we had the situation with Disney last year with Perlmutter and that group, and they had plenty of shares, and what they told Disney to do still didn't matter.
Were they the majority?
No, but typically your shareholders are not going to be the majority. You're going to have whoever is running the...
aren't going to be the majority?
Most companies keep 51%. They don't give away the 51% to where somebody can tell you what to do with your company.
Oh, okay.
Most shareholders make up the minority position, not the majority position in a company.
Yeah.
But don't they also have the power to fire the head of the company?
But if you're making a profit and the shares are rising, most of the shareholders, the minor shareholders, aren't going to be like, yeah, let's fire him. He's doing a great job.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. It feels conflicting. Like, no, bro, like the majority shareholders can't just, like, they don't have the majority of it, right? The company keeps 51, so they can't just fire him, but they also have the ability to fire them. Like, that's where I'm having problems. Like, you're saying that he's untouchable, but also he's not.
No, I'm just saying the minority shareholders typically don't have enough input to force somebody to do anything.
I agree with that.
Okay, I don't know where the mix-up
All right,
is.
moving on.
Thanks for bringing up Borderlands, Shags.
So how about Pedro Pascal and Chris the breadstick?
Oh, I don't.
It's not the only stick he gets crazy on.
Exactly.
Wait, really?
He looked experienced in that video.
I mean, ooh, gross, really?
Allegedly.
We know why he's Hollywood's favorite boy.
I did find it interesting that Gina Carano sent out that thing that said, like, when you know something but you can't say because of how you found out about it. About the same time that Pedro Pascal was sending out that.
Oh shit!
Did you see him when he dressed up?
Don't know if they're related, but could be.
I'm sure it's just a coincidence, Brahma. I'm sure it's completely and totally a coincidence.
What, man?
When he dressed up like a fucking pirate or some shit.
Hasn't he worn dresses to multiple events?
It was just very weird, like his boots and everything. I don't know. What else does Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker, and or Geeks and Gamers topics they wanted us to cover? Anything Jew related?
I don't think so. I think that's all I kind of was like. That's all I.
Matt's just doing everything he can to get your channel nuked tonight.
I know, right?
Well, maybe he won't leave then.
Matt's just
if we
sad
can't
that
have you,
Shags
no
is
one can have
leaving.
you. I'd rather see you destroyed than let you go.
I'd rather burn you to the ground than allow you to leave.
Oh man, they got him from space with that laser.
And they froze him.
I froze. I died.
You're back.
Yeah, no, that's kind of all I was wanting to cover. Sorry, I started early and took the mic from y'all, but I was
you need. I think you seem
clearly
like
needed
you're
that.
feeling better after you were able to get that out. Sometimes you just need to rage.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to feel a sense of like excitement again with a lot of things, movies, games, and I just don't anymore when I'm on Twitter, when I'm looking at like what people like the people I used to watch and stuff. Like I don't get any excitement from them anymore.
I'm sorry, bro, but we're all past that age now. We're at the age of like excitement comes in forms of blue pills. You know what I mean? Like you're metaphorically is what I'm saying, because like, yeah, dude, you're not going to get excited about these things anymore because you're too old.
No, that's not true.
He's not dead.
I'm not saying he is dead, and I said all of us is
I get plenty excited about new things.
Do you?
I mean, yeah,
What?
I get excited about movies and I get excited about games and stuff
man, you
still,
see
but
the new
like not when I
lawnmower they released.
what?
You see the new lawnmower they released at Sears? Like that's awesome. I was just trying to think of old people things.
Yeah. Okay. Good try. Good
I don't
try.
know what they get excited.
A for effort. A for effort.
Yeah, like that actually, I did see the preview for that. It looked good. Like, I'm just saying, like the places I used to go and like excited, like, oh, someone else is like kind of sharing my thoughts. Like, I don't care for those anymore, and like it's not comfort food anymore. It seems like
you outgrew them.
It's those things like you used to like really enjoy and love, and you have like that nostalgic feeling. But now, like when you go back to those things, it doesn't bring that same feeling, and you got to find something new that excites you.
Right, because you've changed, but they haven't really. Whoever you're speaking about.
Right. It's not like I said. It's sort of
that
just
the nerd
like,
sphere is stuck in a time that it doesn't really change.
Like in a
and Matt, I think the joke you were trying to go for was like from old school. Yeah, we got a pretty nice Saturday ahead of us. We're gonna hit the Home Depot and then maybe Olive Garden.
Yeah, you're like 6 months away from that age, whatever that age is.
I don't know if I'll have enough time.
We're just so busy. Don't know if we'll be able to get through it all.
Definitely at a part where like I get excited, like, oh, I have no plans today. Like this week is gonna be great. I have nothing planned.
It's like as a kid, nap time is the worst thing ever.
Right.
And then as an adult, it's like, man, I wish I could just take a 3-hour nap in the middle of the day.
Like, you're like, oh, there's
We're so
nothing
old.
happening,
It's great.
nothing going on.
Matt's like, well, I could sleep or I could go hunting bugs.
Oh, I think you reminded me. I gotta reorder CO2 cartridges for it.
CO2 cartridges for your gun.
I came across a spider the other day, and I grabbed it. It gets pissed. I'm like, oh no! Of all times, I'm gonna have to do this with my shoe. Quick, my girlfriend, you'll give me your shoe. I'm not gonna do it with my shoe.
Well, your shoe's under the couch.
I love that.
No, I grabbed them. I had to grab them earlier with the broom.
Does that work?
Oh man!
What, to get a
tilt
shoe
your
from
hat
underneath the
sideways.
couch? Yeah.
Now you gotta tilt your hat sideways. You
Oh.
gotta have a hat first, Brahma. You gotta
I
have
was
a
having
hat
my own
first.
conversation.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Sideways?
There you go.
That'll work.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Does it still work if it's a Make America Great Again hat?
Yeah.
And it's also like
Even
that
more so.
unironic
Even more
trucker
so.
style hat as well.
With it comes to
Yeah,
a point
yeah.
at the top.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse, start us off. Tell us what you're doing this next week.
Oh, yeah, I got morning prep tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll go over all your pop culture and nerd news, video games, all of that kind of fun stuff. Tomorrow night, Sunker and Maid and I are doing Is It Good? At 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have no idea what we're reviewing. We haven't talked about it yet because I had the birthday review last week where we did Blade, which was absolutely awesome. That's mostly a Rumble exclusive, so come check that out. Dropped a couple 3 videos today. We're like 2 subscribers away from 1950. So if you haven't already, make sure you come subscribe. Friday, we got $5 Fridays. We get to come keep me in the chair. Friday night, Comic Shop Talk with 32 Favors and Nick Weiser, 8:30 p.m. Saturday night, When Who Was Good at 7 p.m. with Sunker Maiden. As Sunday, Bible study at 2 p.m. and probably some Rogue Trader video games later on in the evening. And then back to rinse and repeat Monday through Friday. So yeah, that's what I got going on. Come check me out. It's fun times. We have a great time. It's always
How
fun.
would anybody have remembered half of those things?
Well, when you
spit
do
them out
it
so
every
quick, like, are people
single
taking notes.
Why don't you just say, ring the bell?
Real quick,
Yeah,
I just saw,
hit the
I just saw this
notification bell.
tweet about Borderlands, and it says the funny thing
shit.
is y'all are calling him crazy, but you got foot tall statues of your favorite anime characters that cost $765, and you found a way to make it happen because you're a real fan. Fucking A, man. I love it. Anyways, Brahmo, what do you got coming up?
What is today? Wednesday. So Thursday night comics, Friday night set and art, Saturday night bourbon and boarding, and then Sunday night we are moving the bullpen from the morning to the evening. So Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, where we'll be able to maybe actually get some guests on. And me and Chad don't have as much of a time limit because the spouses weren't real happy with the Sunday morning stream. So
And maybe it'll make it easier for your third co-host to be on there.
our
more
third
often.
co-host to show up. Yeah. 3 weeks out of the month. And then Tuesday nights, I'm on Mad's new channel.
Oh, this one interests me.
That's a throw to you, Mad.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sure,
Yeah.
'cause I'm done.
Every Tuesday night on my channel at 9:15 p.m. Central, we do Metapap. If you have a better name, just let us know. It's described as Mystery Theater 3000 meets the History Channel. We take, I have stories, crazy ones, man. We've had a dolphin that got jerked off by a chick for science, also aliens on that one. The real Crocodile Dundee, when the Irish invaded Canada and lost American territory when they did it. The Boston Corbett, who's the guy that actually killed John
Garfield. James Garfield.
No.
Or no, John Wilkes
Boston
Booth.
Corbett, yeah, John Wilkes Booth. He killed him. Yeah, last week. We talked about Charles Thirdot that killed Garfield. I don't think he did. I think the doctors did, but you'd have to listen to the last episode, guys. They're great. They're perfect to put on if you're playing games or whatever, and you want something to play in the background. Not a lot of visual stuff happening. You'll learn some things probably, and things like, God, how did we survive as people? And you'll have a few laughs. So check that out. Friday, be doing a special thing at noon with my buddy Barber. And there's another announcement I can't announce yet.
And that's every paragraph a pause.
Yeah,
Although
yeah.
we usually
Metapad.
pause about every 2 sentences.
True. Sometimes every 3 words, depending on what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Reiken, what do you got coming up?
Let's see. Tomorrow around 4 p.m. Pacific time, I got Baldur's Gate 3 with my Rumble buddies. Friday, I'm going to start playing Tainted Grail because the 1.0 version of that game's coming out Friday. So I'm going to be probably playing that all week, all the next week. And yeah, that's probably about it. All in Rumble.
Nice. And I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm getting ready to move back to Hawaii and start a brand new job out there on July 1st. So I have spending my days packing up my shit and getting ready to make the big move. So
will you be on the same island as the Beast?
No, he's on Oahu.
You guys know each
they're
other
like 3 miles
personally,
apart,
right?
aren't they?
Or not?
No, we don't.
No? Okay.
He stumbled upon my stream.
You just managed to suck in the Hawaiians, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted. Keep going.
No, it's all good. No, but yeah, so we'll be doing these shows for the next couple of weeks until I have to like pretty much be done and really go headlong into packing and getting things ready. So
June 18th, right?
June 18th is gonna be our last show, unless something changes and I have to end earlier. But as of right this minute, the 18th is gonna be our last one. But I do things every now and then. I drop in and do like streams in the morning and play video games or something at night. So you'll have me for a little bit longer, and then we'll be taking a pretty big break while I train and get ready to step into my new role, and then kind of get adjusted to Hawaii time and getting the kids in school and getting just a whole new life set up, because it's completely different than
Just
what
to
I'm
help
doing
you
now.
out before you go, is Hawaii. That's how it's pronounced there.
Yeah, the W's are a V. Yeah, you're right.
Boom.
Anyways, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out all night. It's been great. Thank you, panel. You guys are amazing for sticking around the whole night and coming back every week. And yeah, that's it. Be good. We'll see you guys next time. Check out all these guys. Check their links. Subscribe to them. See you next time. Peace.
You hate veterans if
We'll
you don't
repeat.
subscribe.
I like to put stuff online.